That time of week has come now, and I throw my cares away. Weekends here, it's time to see some local footy played. I'll be out there supporting the guys and gals of my own team. This is the season of that premiership dream. It's winter, I'm a magpie, and a devil buckaroo. Up by the woods, I know my team will come up with the goods. So tune in, buckle up, now it's time to back your side. Lose or draw, it's nap time for the Hills Footy Ride. Hills Footy Ride. Hills Footy Ride.
Yes, indeed, the Call of the Wild is back for a new season with a big return under Friday night lights. Good evening to our global audience from beautiful Johnston Park in Balhannah as we get set for the HFL Division 1 A-grade round 1 clash between the hosting Onka Valley Bulldogs and the Nairne-Bremer United Rams. Jeff Pistola with you as a new era of Call of the Wild launches into partnership with HFL Media to bring you all the vibe of Hills football, of course, free for all.
G'day Jeffrey, welcome to everyone. Here to Balhannah Oval for round 1. We're excited to be here, myself and JJ. JJ's excited. You excited, JJ?
Sure am. Can't wait. Friday night footy to kick off the season. How good. Can't wait, Tomo. Should be a good game.
Pistols is fired up. He's been telling us all night how excited he is. So what we'd like to do first is to talk about a few of the notable inclusions into both teams. For myself, I've got Tommy Jones from where were they? Sorry, Mallee Storm. He's from Glenelg and Sturt. That's why I tripped over it. He's from Glenelg and Sturt, a 200-centimetre ruckman. Will Cameron's come in from Victoria. He was best on ground in the premiership last year, so clearly they've got themselves a really good midfielder there. And Joe Skinner from South Adelaide. He's a forward mid. That's what we like to see coming into the Hills Footy League. Midfielders that can kick goals. Secondly, there for Nairne, we've got Tate Coleman's come in from the Crows. Nicky Yench has come back to the club after spending time up there at the mighty Riverton Football Club there in the North Eastern Footy League. But also Tom Kelly from Kingscote and KI. The man can play football. The family can play cricket. But we're excited to see. Excited to get this game underway. I can tell you now, we're all excited. We're frothing.
Yeah, it should be an absolute cracker, and like you said, there, Tomo, the notable inclusion. So there's 10 new players in Onka's team tonight from their last game of the year in 2024. So just a question for you, how do they gel together, 10 new players? How would you do it back in, your day playing? How do you gel together on game day?
Well, you probably have a couple of little get-togethers, have a couple of frothies, maybe a players' show or something like those along those lines. Get some internal trial stuff and really sort of play some fun games, some bit of reward for the team that wins and a few penalties of those that don't, and create some jokes. Just I understand how the Onka Footy Club works, and they are really tight, and you know what, they've all come together. I've spoken to Clancy today. They've all come together in a mission. They really want to resurrect the footy club. They really want to get back up into the higher peckings of the HFL, and Adam is excited for what this season offers with the changes they've made.
Yeah, exactly, and quality Adam Klein. I spoke to him a couple of weeks ago, and Eastern Zone championship coach as well, 2 times in a row now. So yeah, can't wait to see what he can do with the Dogs.
Back to you, Pistols, and the gold member.
Thank you very much, Tomo. Great to see, Jaden J. Hill, our stats special man, joining us, but also the new inclusion to the team this year. And he's a great man, prime time Matt Thomas. Actually, Tomo, we've had cards and letters. I just want to touch on something while I got there, because past HFL male medalist, Sandford player at a number of clubs, including Nord, where I believe you hold the obscure but much sought after record for the fastest ever recovery from a metatarsal fractures.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, good feedback.
Can you just take us through that?
I played on a stress fracture in my first year till it broke.
Actually, just tell the wild people, the metatarsal, what is it?
It's the 5th metatarsal. It's the outside bone of your foot. You're a wally. I had a great time with that injury. I recovered extremely quickly. I think there's a lot to do with mental application when it comes to recovering from an injury. I was back playing in 9 weeks. I was told 12 weeks at best before I'd start running, and I was back in the side back in the 2s after 9 weeks, back playing the 1s after 12. Yeah, so.
Hey, Jaden, I'll just cross to you now. You've got some important stats to work off here, and maybe go off Tomo's.
Some important stats.
Stats that matter. Stats that matter.
Yeah, stats that matter. Well, I'll tell you what, the head-to-head count between the two sides, Onka have won 6 games, and Nairne have won 5. So pretty even there, but at Balhannah between the two sides since 2019, this is, boys. Nairne has won 3 games at Balhannah, Onka's has won 2. So Nairne obviously have a pretty good record at Balhannah as well, in finals, beating Harndorf as well a couple of years ago, and also Mount Lofty here in the prelim as well. And the average margin between the two sides is actually 50 points. So hopefully it's a lot closer than that. It's actually 56 points is the average at Balhannah as well. So hopefully, like I said, it's a lot closer game tonight.
Thank you, Jaden.
Well, he's back in it already, doing what he does best. The stats that matter, Jaden J. Hill, and the voice you heard prior is also back and doing what he does best. Past Harndorf under-10 ruck prodigy, and now doing great things as assistant coach in Harndorf's Modifieds program. The voice of reason, the scribe of substance. Officially welcome to season 2025, Benny Goldfinch.
Oh, how good, Jeffrey. Great to be here from Balhannah Oval. Great to have Tomo on this season. We'll get to know him out throughout the season. Of course, Jaden J. Hill is looking beautiful with the Birkenstocks on. Birkenstocks, I think they are, or whatever boots. He's just looking absolutely fantastic. He was hanging out with Dwayne Russell last night, of course, at Gather Round.
Well.
And I've got to say, of course, we were on the pre-season show a couple of weeks ago leading up to the season, and we outlined, thanks very much to Travis Lynn and the Hills Football League, but we've got to go through these sponsors once again who have powered it. We're powered by the community this season, Pistols, aren't we?
Absolutely. As we know, at the end of last season, we looked at might be a bit in doubt for the Cornwall, but some fantastic community sponsors have come on board. So just bear with us, because without these people, we wouldn't be on the air and our worldwide global stream. So just through them, Goldie, to call the wild sponsors.
Of course, Harcourts, Adelaide Hills, fantastic. Thanks very much. Of course, there's Sterling and Mount Barker officers. Mount Barker forward, Aaron Rush and the team. Thank you very much. Print Wrap Pack. We'll get to them shortly, I'm sure, in terms of what they are providing this season. Lowe's Meat Co. once again on board. Thank you, Daniel Lowe and the team. Lancaster's Property Services, Bomber, the Courier. Double act here, Jared Tate and Luke Timmins. Thanks very much here for Adelaide Hills Lawn and Garden, AHLG and the team. Quite a few of the guys out there today playing. Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. We'll get to them as well throughout the call. They're setting up a beautiful establishment just around from the Brickworks. Refuel Wellness, they'll have a part to play later in the game, and Painted Wine Barrels and Signs provided the Call of the Wild signs today. So thanks very much. They're the Call of the Wild sponsors, Pistols, and of course HFL sponsors for 2025.
Yeah, of course, Harcourt's Adelaide Hills are everywhere. Mount Barker forward, Print Wrap Pack, Lowe's Meat Co, iSports Coaching Technology, Sports Power, the Courier, Think Road Safety, Closey Supermarket, and of course naming rights sponsor Work Locker Mount Barker. And of course the clubs tonight also have their sponsors who they'd like to...
Yes. Closey Supermarket, Oakbank Hotel, Resource Co, Adcock Real Estate, Bird in Hand and Act Hire for Onkas, and for Nan, their sponsors tonight are Cube Logistics, Salute, Closey Supermarket and Snap Fitness, Aston Hill. So well done to them. What's the temperature like out there, Tomo and Jaden?
The temperature out here at the moment, Benny, is absolutely picture perfect. I reckon we're sitting at about 15, 16 degrees. There's not a cloud in the sky, not that it matters. Hey, funny one. But look, everything's clean. There's no dew. Like this is absolute crackerjack.
It's almost...
Yeah, spot on. Yeah, cracking night for footy. So no excuses, I reckon, tonight.
It's almost could be the conditions you could get the sleeves out, Tomo.
I'll tell you what, I would love to be playing tonight. This is absolutely perfect. The ball will be sticky. Mate, it's a night for hangers. It's a hanger night.
Tomo, I'm sure Jaden will ask you, how do you play this ground?
How do I play this ground?
How would you go about playing?
Oh, sorry about that. I was trying to get JJ involved. I'm just a nice guy. I play this ground straight down the middle. You can't get stuck on the far side. On a normal Saturday, on a normal Saturday, if the wind's blowing at all and you end up on the far side, you kick the ball out of bounds a dozen times. So for me, Onkas is a game where you just play and control the middle of the ground. Let them play out in the pockets, defensively, push them out in the pockets. But if you can control the middle of the ground from front to back, you're going to go a long way to winning this game.
Jaden's eager to say something.
It's quite interesting you say that, because I feel like the games that we've done here, it's actually, for some reason, pointed that towards... Why would that be? Why wouldn't they just go through the middle to me?
Because you're trying to slow down the other team from scoring. Yeah. And if you've got a bit of breeze rolling around in this place, which can happen, and again, this is a perfect oval to kick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals in a quarter. Yeah. So if you can play wide, you just limit that for the opposition.
Yeah, well, Nan scored 34 points last time in the first quarter against Onkas here, so it'll be interesting to see if they can score that many points this time around.
Tomo, what's going on here?
I think they're just going for a nice little chat before the game gets going. I mean, we're on early, obviously, just to bring the power to the people. But yeah, Onkas are out. They're looking really sharp the way Onkas are moving the footy, just in their kicking. The shots at goal from the boundary line, everything's going in.
Oh, so this would be a normal warm-up in the B grade at three-quarter time.
Absolutely.
Oh, right, just get my bearings right.
Yeah, you want to get some touch. I mean, again, the Onkas boys will benefit from touching the footy and getting around each other and just using foot skills, learning who's a good better at what kick, getting used to someone who's a left footer or a right footer, all these sort of things. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this, to be honest, boys. Just
for those watching our live stream, it's a standalone special Friday night game here, so the A grade will be starting at 7 o'clock local time here. So there's no curtain raisers, and the rest of the games, the Colts and B grade, and also the women's senior game will be played tomorrow in the normal time slot. So that's the reason, no curtain raisers, so you get the chance to see the boys warm up. Must also mention the Call of the Wild, of course, no show about these guys, of course, they're the Ace production man, Tomia, is back with us, and improved camera system this year.
2 cameras.
Because James and young Hutto doing the work behind the lens and bringing those great great pictures.
We've just got the lineup here on screen at the moment of Onka Valley. Of course, Adam Clun, Jaden coaching this year. You caught up with him last week. Looking for a big season, Clunny?
Definitely is, Goldie, that's for sure. Yeah, spoke to him a couple of weeks ago, and just wants to get Dogs back into some winning ways, I guess, and he reckons they've got the list to do it as well. So like I said, 10 new players from the last game last year as well. So yeah, he's looking for a big season from his dogs. Obviously, Mitch Coccioloni and Jake Adcock, co-captains as well. He's really excited about that matchup as well, and so it'll be interesting to see how the dogs go. I think he just wants to get the dogs back into winning ways and playing finals again, the first time since 2023, hopefully for them.
And now to Nairne. Rams have lost a few players, of course, change of coach. Both sides has been a change of coach. Of course, Adam Clun with the Dogs, and of course, Clint Foster stepping up. Big Peanut has coached in a caretaker role previously, so his first real gig as the full-time coach. As you see the Nairne team sheet there. Benny, few ins and outs as we see, but looking forward to seeing number 12, Tate Coleman, in action, new recruit this season.
And Nick Yench, of course, back at the Rams.
Yeah, and Micah Rupchik back on
hello.
a more Micah Rupchik back on a more permanent basis. Campbell Pake, a young, exciting young youngster. His A-grade debut tonight.
Yep.
Number 33. So yeah, be very interested to see how it go. Heath McDowell back in the side after being down at Langhorne Creek. As we see the umpires, well, some of the umpires in the centre of the ground. Of course, the umpires tonight, Benny, the field umpires, Jason Evans, Morgan Price, Robbie Wild, the veteran, so 3 field umpires. Boundary, Bryce Ritter, Jordan Cress, William Stone, Harvey Bryant. And in goals we have bustling Bruce Marston and the evergreen Jeffrey Lynn waving the flags. Of course, umpires, because we must mention their supporters, their favourite fantastic sponsors, Formula Honda, Mount Pleasant Butcher, Harndell Fruit and Veg, Adelaide Hills Real Estate, Sterling Hotel, Mortgage Choice, Matt Adam, Pearl and Intersport at Blackwood. And we must mention also, Benny, black armbands being worn tonight.
Yeah, Owen Lamshed, of course, Tomo, Hills Football League president, just one of the greats of the competition. And Adrian Muldoon Pistols, of course, we went to his...
boundary goal umpire, yes.
And Noel Pearce.
Noel Veers, so they both passed away recently. Noel's a long time field umpire in the Hills Football League, so as I said, we extend our condolences to the umpiring brigade and also Tomo.
Tomo, you got to mention?
Passed away early in March. So poor old Mick, survived by his family, and it's just a really tough bit of pill for everyone to swallow within the Blackwood community. He's a friend to many. He had some really close and great tight mates. But he was, if you knew him and you're in business, he'd always have a chat. He'd love to give you impart some knowledge, but really sad. But yeah, Kelly and the girls, our hearts for everyone. Hills Footy, I know Norwood Footy Club as well. Everyone's gone out to you. And we wish you all the best. So, yeah.
Yep, well said, Tomo. As I said, synonymous every time you went over to Blackwood. The cattle crash repaired. The little bongo van was there for the Blackwood bongo van that we had. And so pass on our condolences to the family. Hey, Benny, we also must thank a man behind the scenes. We've had a re-gig of the Hills Footy League. Well, Hills Footy to Ride, our theme song. We've got to thank
Mick Kidd.
man-based, we call him international because he's been to Nashville, he's been all over the stuff, mentions. Mick Kidd has upgraded the version, so we thank Mick very much for that.
Well,
so,
what have we got?
They also got to mention, we've got to mention Nan will about to come under
Here we
the ground.
go.
Just quickly, we've got to go through, we might ask our man here because he's going to take us through it, some extra special prizes this year because we had the snag of the day. It's going to continue, Jade. But also, most effective player. Take us through what's going to happen there.
Yeah, so I tell you what.
What do we got?
The most effective player, going to get some goodies tonight. So thanks to Print Wrap Pack, going to get some nice beverages as well. So 6-pack, thanks to Print Wrap Pack there.
Not just any old beverages,
not any ordinary beer, Jaden. It's, come on, what is it?
Designer labelled.
Yes, designer, yes.
Call the Wild Lager.
Yes, exactly. Call the Wild Lager. So, yep. And
to balance that out?
Yeah, so Refuel Wellness. So the most effective player also receives a Recover travel set, thanks to Call the Wild. So thanks to Refuel Wellness there as well.
So smell nice and revitalise your body.
Yeah, Goldie.
Highest quality magnesium spray pistols. I noticed there's quite a few players that fatigue in last quarters in matches, and Brad Holmes and his beautiful partner Chloe have started their own business. So
take over from the pickle juice.
That's it. Refuel Wellness. I think Tomo's out there, Jaden. So head out there, and we'll capture the moment as the dogs run out on the ground here.
Here come the dogs. Oh, they're rolling out. They look a bit of Brown's cows, but they're getting all tightened up now. making sure big Jakey Adcock's rustling him up. I tell you what I'm excited for. Clint, good luck tonight, big fella. Good luck tonight. What I'm looking forward to tonight, tell you, right? Coming from a bloke that likes to keep position. I'm really looking forward to seeing Brock Knott and Tom Jones getting stuck into it in the ruck. The way that
How's Tom Jones going?
I was going to start
for him to play well.
Well, he's a very good footballer. To have gone through a couple of clubs and SNFL clubs seeking opportunity. He's played association level over in the Mallee League. But mate, 200 centimetres, like not a shrinking violet. But you got him and Brock Knott. They're going toe to toe. How they position themselves, either running forward, going into the back play, a bit of cat and mouse. But how they bring their smaller midfielders into the game is going to be really important. They're going to knock it out 15 metres away from the stoppage to create some on-run. They're both big boys. It's going to be great to watch. I can't wait.
Do you want to go out there for the coin toss?
Oh, we could do that.
Yeah. Get Hutto. You're in control of Hutto.
Oh, little Hutto. Oh, he's taken off. I don't know where he's gone. So.
Just got one job.
He's already out there.
Yeah, he's already out there. He's not
waiting
bad, is he?
for you. Can't, Tomo. Get in the groove. It's Matty Thomas makes his way up. Looking forward to his assessments as from a player and coaching point of view. Look at Tomo. Wow, he's gone back 20 years.
Right now, isn't he?
And once again, just
Still playing basketball.
Oh, Tommy, you got it.
Yeah, I'm going to face you guys. I get it. Just wait for the captains to come out, Lenny. Yeah, thank you. They're not quite here yet, so you guys keep talking. This deck is perfect. It's just a little bit slippery. I should get the keys out, eh? Should I get the keys out? This deck is picture perfect. You've got to come over this way though, Hutto, because if I don't keep a straight line, keys in pocket, captains are coming, Rocky Knott, leaders from Onka's coming in here. I'm huffing and puffing from that little one there. Well done, boys. Keep an eye on them. Here comes a coin toss. Tails it is. Who's got tails? It's called tails. We got heads. Okay, Onkas will be kicking down to the south. Onkas will be kicking down to the south. This game is going to be an absolute humdinger. Rocky's come out here. He's charged. His eyes were pretty ready to go. He's trying to outstare a young Jakey Adcock a little bit. But no, we're looking forward to this game. Pistols, Benny. What's the thoughts just before we get into the bounce? Inspire me. I'm looking forward to the ball being thrown up in the air. Back to you.
Well, I'd suggest that the Dogs have probably got one goal in mind because when they play the Rams, because last time they played them did not kick a goal. I think it was only 4 points, so they certainly
is that right, Jaden?
Forward to about round 16, I think it was. So they'll be first and foremost to put that out of their mind and get some revenge here. Look, the young Dogs side. Nairne have played in the last 2 grand finals for one premiership, as we know. But geez, you can't dispute the fact they're a very powerful side. You expect them to be up there again this year, and it'd be interesting, Jaden.
Yeah, just also a stat as well. So in the last 16 quarters between the two sides, Nairne has won 14 of them. So yeah, hopefully Onkas can obviously win a few quarters tonight. But there's a damning stat there.
Stats that matter thanks to Adelaide Hills Lawn and Garden and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood, Jaden.
See, it costs a night game as well, boys, because the conditions are, let's say, a lot different. So it'll be interesting to see. But as we said, Mitch Coccioloni and Jake Adcock, co-captains this year, winning the toss. They will go towards the tennis court end at the ground.
Tomo, obviously, thanks to
Balhannah end.
Tomo, thanks to Lancaster's Property Services. The defensive aspects today, very important for both sides. Yeah.
No, look, if you're running the ball out, you just got to get out of the area. If you're under pressure, torp it out towards the boundary line or do something like that, because this is going to be hot and heavy. The ball is going to skid slightly. It is going to bounce, but I reckon the first time the ball comes down, it's just going to skid. You've got to stay in line with it and be in front position.
All right, first quarter brought to you by Harcourt's Adelaide Hills. And we're ready to get underway here. What do you notice?
He's still umpiring.
Robbie Wild, one of the best.
Robbie Wild.
There you go.
He thought you were right in 1999, Tom.
He thought he was an 02 as well. He wouldn't give me a vote, the bastard. I was on fire. 02, I was on fire. He gave me absolutely nothing. I kicked 8 goals Sutton at Hahndorf, but he gave me absolutely no votes.
Well, he's a fair judge. All right, the ball is held aloft. We're underway to quarter while for 2025. Not. This is Jones. Ball comes down there. Socket forward there. Taken back here. Stolen there by
Hill.
Hill. Gives it across to the returning man in Nick Yetch. Bundled off the ball. Finally a clearing kick up forward. Mark taken there for the Rams.
Yep, Wimpress ball was smothered, goes in again. Good pressure early, as you'd expect. I think that was Zach Dent hunting along with Fernhead. Chain of hand passes, ball comes out, snap round the corner there by Eckerman for Nairne-Bremer United towards the half forward line, defensive aspect. Clearing ball, nice work that. I think it was Green sliding in at ground level. It was Zachary Kuiper, and he sees the ball out. He'll be one of the key defenders, of course, brought to you by, sponsored there, Lancaster's Property Services. This quarter brought to you by Harcourts Adelaide Hills.
So Ruckjewell double-handed there by Knott. Coming the front of the pack, swooping on it. Handball was Llewellyn. Gives it to Cross. Picked up there, driven forward by Skinner, the fridge. Cross half back, but played by the Rams. Put it forward, bouncing ball. There's a chance. Can he run it? McDougall. Clothesline there high.
Jamie Drew.
It's Jamie Drew, the excitement machine. He's
AHLG.
Welcome to season 2025, Jamie Drew.
Drew, he looks like he's had the top up just for the new footy season.
Flamboyant forward, of course. Adelaide Hills Lawn and Garden specialist.
55 goals last season, of course, was a Hills rep. Previously played for Bridgewater and Mount Lofty, as we said, exciting machine. So he'll kick from, say, 40 metres out, slide angle towards the oak bank end of the ground. So the chance here to raise the first score on the Call of the Wild for season 2025.
It's good to see Brock Knott really trying to establish himself against Tommy Jones. I think, the boundary throw in just before, he's really sort of physically shoving into him, and Tom Jones wasn't impressive himself. So
Drewy goes early. He's up and about, so are the Rams. So the first score on the Mount Barker Ford scoreboard in the first quarter here, sponsored by Harcourts Adelaide Hills. It's Nairne-Bremer United, 1 goal. Onka Valley yet to score, and that's an AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood memorable moment early in the first quarter.
And an early contender for the snag of the night.
Thanks to Lowe's Meat Co. Just rolling off the tongue here.
Lowy likes that, I'm sure. That's a really good kick though. Like, that was post height. Went through, he's probably 45 metres out.
So back in the centre will be the Giants. Jones. Debut for the Dogs against Brock Knott. Knott double hands it down again. Skinner trying to break his way through. Followed up there by Fernhead. Bouncing ball. Top forward by Rupchik. But in the meantime, the whistle is gone. And looks like it'll be a free kick back here. I think it's going to go to the fridge in Skinner.
And looking for options. Jaden will tell us about him, I'm sure, during the first quarter. He kicks the ball inside 50. Where's the big skipper and Adcock? Ball at ground level. Rams working the ball out of the fence. Toe poke, I think it was Jack's back, Revington. Trying to squeeze the ball out there, and it's gone out of bounds. So a boundary throw in. Just we'll talk about these beautiful new coaches boxes throughout the call as well, Pistols, I'm sure. But the young academy boy throws the ball in.
So Ruckjewell, little draw comes there as Coleman, dispossessed Rupchik's there. Little give there from Hill to a teammate. They go forward once again. Here's Drew. Gave us the ball. He's well shepherded, shouldered there by Cocciolone. Playing in
another
defence.
coat hanger.
Going to ground, and once again Cocciolone, who's open to defence, just with a physical presence down there.
Well, they're showing their intent early here. A little bit of undiscipline, Tomo.
Yeah, I don't mind at the same time. Drewy's run through. He nearly cleaned up an absolute cracking shepherd just there. But look, when you're first to the footy, right, the opposition's going to react somehow. So the ball's coming in hot and fast. So if I was Nairn, I'd just be worrying about the man and just making sure they're getting to the balls that hits the ground.
So Zach Llewellyn will be the recipient, of course, the youngest man in the field in that 2023 Premiership victory. He also played interleague footy last year, kicked 10 goals for the season. Last year, can he add his first for this season? Sets it up. I tell you what, that's not a bad kick. Umpire Bruce Marston goes raised to 2 fingers, so good start here by the Rams goals.
Yeah, on the Harcourts Adelaide Hills scoreboard, it's Nairne-Bremer United 2 goals. The Onka Valley 0-0. Of course, the Mount Barker Ford scoreboard, I should say, in the first quarter brought to you by Harcourts Adelaide Hills. And that's another AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood memorable moment. Jaden.
Yeah, well, Nairn have come out firing, that's for sure. So 7 kicks to 4 at the moment, 3 inside 50s, to 1 at the moment. So yeah, Nairn on fire.
Stats that matter, sponsored by their print wrap pack. So thanks very much. Back in the middle, Nairne-Bremer United. Good start by them. They're starting to get some movement out of the middle. Here's Big Brock Knott. Tomo's going to keep an eye on him throughout this game. I'm sure the big man in the middle. Half forward line for the Rams and umpire Robbie Wild. He's still got it. He says, I'll have it. Half forward line for the Rams. Deep for the Rams is Archer Connolly and Jamie Drew right on the goal line here. Half forward line. Sheets betting in the ruck. Paddles it down. Onka's looking for a response here. Pistols, but it's still on the half forward line for the Rams. And we have gone 6 minutes in the opening quarter thanks to Lancaster's Property Services.
So just picking himself up, Michael Rupchik. Good to see him back on a regular basis this season. So ruck duel, one down by Jones. Fumbly football. Attempted clearance there. Scrambling play. Nick Yentz for a better toe poke. Socket forward is a chance for Green. Tries to spin out of trouble, but he's locked up in a big tackle there by Rupchik.
Onka's the spare behind the footy pretty quickly, to be honest.
Wimpress, that was. My apologies. So Robbie Wild. Good crowd in the house here tonight. Standalone A-grade game. This challenge. Rupchik gets across the bedding. Big Sheets, high kick inside the forward arc. Bouncing ball. Connolly, dispossessed. Bursting through there. With a Kuiper. Finally, good pressure. Keeps in the ball. Going back there. Good mark taken there. The Dogs by Will Spain Carlos.
Yep. He kicks the ball out towards the half-back flank. Taken here by Zach Gould. Great to see him back in the lineup, Jaden. We had him on the special comments last year.
Yeah, for sure. Great to see him out there.
Yeah, so in the middle of Balhannah Oval, the Dogs half forward line. We'll get stats that matter shortly from Jaden J. Hill. I'm sure it's all in the Rams' favour at the moment. Half forward line, or just around from the Rams coach's box here. Kick forward by Sam Green, the deputy vice captain for Valley Bulldogs this season. Almost a mark there. I reckon that was Zach Kuiper. Half forward line. Ball shoveled out. Here's a chance for the Dogs. Pistols.
Yeah, kick forward there by Cameron on debut.
Oh, paid the push.
Jack Remington not liking it. Free kick here has been paid to Jasper
Maher.
Debutant tonight. But a club junior, spent some time down in the Sturt under 18 ranks.
Any info on him?
He's a state basketballer as well.
Okay, so he's got a good leap on him. Let's see how he might be able to shoot goals. Let's see if he can kick them, Jaden. Right in front of the scoreboard. It'll be a difficult shot for the youngster.
It's out the ball.
Across the face to the cricket net pocket. And
no addition to the Mount Barker forward scoreboard, which reads Nairne-Bremer United 2 goals, Onka Valley yet to score. And we've ticked just towards 8-minute mark.
Trey Willis has found the Prince. Nick Yentz, of course, back after a season up in the mid-north. Puts the ball forward, out of wing. Pack goes up. Jones involved there, close to the boundary line. Good crowd in the house, we said, huddling up in the back of the cars. Balmy night here at Johnston Park in Balhannah. As umpire Wild will come in and ball it up.
Of course, first quarter brought to you by Harcourt's Adelaide Hills. We'll get throughout our sponsors today who are powering us this season. Thanks very much to all of them. Kick towards the half forward line. Ball hits the ground level. Ball, here's a chance for the Rams in defence. Under pressure, Revington, handball. Could have copped one high there, ground level. Hard and tough contest around the 30-metre arc here. Handball out. Squeezing the kick out. Good spoil by the Dogs. Got a chance here. Will Cameron was the possession winner there, but hot on the whistle. And it's a free kick here for Nairne-Bremer United. Half back line, and they'll look to move the ball along the wing, Pistols, but it's chopped out.
Yep, chopped out. Ball comes to ground level. Picked up there going to ground. Good tackle applied. There's you see the interchange. Lockie cross and Rupchik letting go as the line comes off. Meanwhile, free kick here for the Dogs.
Lockie cross.
Blake Tanner puts the ball forward. Scoreboard pocket again off hand. Handball comes out here around the corner. Towards the top of the square. Nearly a mark taken here by Remington. Tries to toe poke it forward. Loose ball here picked up there by Kuiper. Usually see him at the other end of the ground, but starting this season in the attack, out of bounds. And our first score is a behind as Remington kicks out. Strongers.
Look how congested it is.
Yep, on the Mount Barker Ford scoreboard, it's Onka Valley 1 point. Nairne-Bremer United 2 goals, out of side. So ball goes deep inside 50 for the Dogs. As Tomo said, very congested down there.
Onkas have got some great targets to kick to. Like their midfielders have really light up, I think, looking at the blokes to kick to. But it's about having the space to still get your jump at the footy. It's been put on their head too much.
20 metres out from goal here for the Dogs. Can they get one? Quick handball out, trying to fist it into the forward pocket area. Pole driven into the ground, but the Rams on the counter attack worked out. Lights are on here. Beautiful night for football.
Impressed with the lights, so good.
As Heath McDougall Pistols kicks the ball to the wing, and Jamie Drew is tracking the Dogs here.
Coach gets some support back there.
Oh,
Conley
great
comes
Archie
in,
Conley.
a good strong tackle applied on Angus Schutt.
That's good
Close
footy.
to the line.
Jamie Drew he just attracts, he just does things, man. Like defensive efforts, so when the ball hits the ground, he's quick.
That's why he's
He's
alive.
clean.
That's why he's the live wire. Electrifying. So ruck duel. Betting against Jones, wins it down. Taken there by Spain. Clearing kick for the Dogs. Towards half forward. Getting back and taking mark is Dalen Howe. Howe quickly kicks his play across. Comes to Remington. Jack is back. Thought about playing on, but then goes back and takes his kick across here. Good taken by one of our sponsors' main men.
AHLG.
Cross.
Next
Yep.
kick's important here. Next kick's important.
AHLG superstar Lockie Cross kicks the ball out towards us. Oh, gee, that's a contest and a half. 3 Rams hit the deck.
That's like a bowling alley there. 3 rounds hitting the deck.
Yep, one of them was Michael Rupchik. Of course, Dylan Wimpress, best of field in the grand final a couple of years ago, and Archer Conley. Keen to see how all 3 of them go this season. We've got boundary throwing. The young academy boy throws it in. Rucks go at it. Sheets betting. Tried to get it to Nick Yench. Good to see him out there this season. On cue, unloads a bit of a barrel inside 50. Where's Jamie Drew? And he brings it to ground level. It's out of bounds. So it'll be a boundary throw-in. And it's deep inside attacking 50 for the Rams. And on the Mount Barker forward scoreboard, it's Nairne-Bremer United 2 goals, Onka Valley 1 point, and this quarter brought to you by Harcourt's Adelaide Hills.
I say, Benny, trust the global audience enjoying some of the camera shots here. 2 cameras being used this year with Hutto and James doing the work. And meanwhile, the umpires picked out a free kick here in defence.
Over the next few weeks, we'll continue to tweak what we do, Pistols, as we learn all the new equipment.
Absolutely. And of course, where can they get involved?
Yes, we've got a few outlets this year.
So,
Hills,
meanwhile,
yeah, I'll get to that.
Blake Tanner, deep in the back pocket, passes the ball
Guys are
across.
classics.
So the Dogs moving forward. Johnson puts it wide towards the Onka Valley Road side of the ground. Underground handball gains a bit of leverage, socket back from whence it came though by the Rams. Bit of ping pong as the ball locked in that area at the moment. Going to ground there was the debutant and Campbell Pate in the sleeves for the Rams.
Well, I definitely know the Facebook pages, which are Call of the Wild 2025 and the Hills Football League Facebook page. You can get that, and we'll just double check on the YouTube stream as well, because we have changed the streaming channel on the YouTube this season. So I'll get that to you.
So Jones puts the ball forward. Waterman involved, gives it back to Betting, sweeps a handball wide, looking for the run there. How, gets the ball, gives it back to Pate, the youngster. They'll settle to Jamie. Puts it up to Drew. Ball comes down there, socketed forward there by Clarissa. Follows up, goes to ground, gets some help from a teammate in green. Scoring football, Drew. What can he do? Gets towards Pate. In the meantime, the umpire has picked out a free kick, and he'll go to that man, Jamie Drew.
Yep. Can he bring up another memorable moment thanks to sponsors Adelaide Hills Lawn and Garden and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood? Of course, he works for AHLG, and he's looking for his 2nd goal in the first quarter here, Tomo.
Which is brighter, his boots or his hair?
Well, he's back to the blonde bombshell look this season, Caden.
Yeah. He'll ping this one from here. He'll kick it from probably 42. There's not a breath of breeze here.
Bit like you in the day, Tomo, with the
remind you of yourself.
With the leaks, touched up locks. Must know it's prime time.
There's a lot of you about it.
So Drew, staggered approach, kicked 55 last year, already got 1 this season. Now he's got 2.
Oh, he loves a little fist pump, doesn't he?
Good kick, Tomo.
Yeah, he's a bit of an enigma, isn't he? A bit of an enigma, eh? Yeah, he's got a great skills, honestly. If you're coaching against him, you'd be trying to work out how to put someone spare in front of him, but at the same time, yeah, you're revealing your hand too much if you do that too soon.
All right, stats that matter, thanks to sponsor Print Wrap Pack. Jaden.
Yeah, thanks, Corey. So 26 kicks to 20, 18 handballs to 7, 9 inside 50s to 5, all in favour of Nan. And Drewy knew exactly where the camera was when he celebrated too.
All right, on the Mount Barker Ford scoreboard, it's Nairne-Bremer United 3 goals, Onka Valley 1 point. Of course, this quarter brought to you by Harcourt's Adelaide Hills. And he's putting himself in contention early for the Lowe's Meat Co snag of the day.
Can't get snag of the day from set shots.
No, I
it's a
put
barrel
it.
from
That's
60.
right. He's putting himself. He's just starting to warm up
He's
for
warming
something
up,
special.
all right.
The Dogs, though, they need a bit of a response here. And
So Tommy Jones been throwing his weight around down. He's changed down to the forward line. He's been throwing his weight around. Just trying to build blokes up a little bit so he gives a bit of presence.
kick forward into the pocket, Pistols.
Yeah, Will Carter with that free kick puts towards the top of the goal square. So the pocket. Here's Connor
That's a great kick.
Mildy.
That's a great kick. Just mistimed his jump up.
One of Tomo's favourites in the
Yep.
sleeves, Connor Mildy. So Jake Adcock, co-captain, flicks it back. Snap there, but picks out Waterman. So Kurt Waterman, past best and fairest for the Rams, and
Great
also
play.
Torrens Valley.
Great play.
He is a great player. Puts it out wide. Here's a chance here. What's it for True? The excitement machine tries to tap it to his advantage. Coming in there is the Fridge.
Drewy.
Takes it to the ground. Here's a chance for Young Pake. Desperate defence by the
Zach
Dogs.
Llewellyn's
The back
on.
door. Comes to Drew.
Llewellyn's
Sets it up
on.
forward to Conley. He's got support there. Will it sit for Llewellyn? Llewellyn fades this way, that way. Over the shoulder.
Snag of
Towards
the
top
day.
Oh, amazing.
Low
That is an early
low-
contender.
That's the low snag of the day, contender.
That is leading so far, gentlemen.
He was so far in space there, he just needed that ball to pop over the back, and what a snap there. That's a Adelaide Hills Lawn and Garden and Littlehampton Landscape Firewood memorable moment, Tomo.
Lowy would be excited about that, wouldn't he?
So I tell you what, boys, 4 goals on the board for Nairne-Bremer, 2 apiece to Drew and that man Llewellyn, Tomo.
Oh, I'm excited for where this game is going to. Like, you've got 4 zip, right, when it comes to the scoreboard. But look, next centre clearance is going to be really important for Onkas. They've got to get it forward at any cost.
Tomia. It's 4 goals to 1. All right, clearing kick out of the middle for the Dogs by the big man there, or Joseph Skinner. Half forward line for the Dogs. Need a response here. We'll see if as we progress whether this is actually the scoring end up towards the club room end of the ground. Of course, this quarter brought to you by Harcourt's Adelaide Hills.
It's always a scoring end, boys.
And on the Mount Barker Ford scoreboard, it's Nairne-Bremer United 4 goals, Onka Valley 1 point. Of course, at quarter time, Tomo will head out there and suss it out. Jaden, we'll get to you shortly with some stats that matter thanks to Print Wrap Pack.
Soccer forward, this Nairn defence working determinedly. Hacked forward there towards the wing area. Comes back here. Dogs put it back in attack over the top there. Adcock appealing for the mark. Working hard there is Will Cameron, the new recruit for the Victorian Country Leagues, number 7, but ball beats him out.
Tomo, thanks to Lancaster's Property Services, what are your thoughts on both defences at the moment?
Oh, Nairne's defence is doing a fantastic job, but it's the midfielders that are kicking the ball in to Onkas that are getting all the pressure. It's kicking and hoping.
So Ruckjewel not brings it down, close to the boundary line, trying to keep it in there. Zach George Dent said, good to see him back on. Rupchik, Elijah, showing better pace, puts a chance here for Yench, got support there from the goal kick, and Llewellyn taken high for a necktie.
Played for that, did very well.
Doesn't matter, he'll get the free kick, quickly gives it onto the run of Rupchik. Over the top here.
He goes to Eckerman, in turn goes back to Llewellyn. Good pressure there by the Dogs on the wing. And Robbie Wild's deemed a free.
He must have got some eye laser surgery, Wildy. He's doing okay tonight.
So,
might have read the rule book.
Just near us is Will Spain, number 3 for the Dogs. He kicks the ball towards the scoreboard, as you can see, thanks to Mount Barker forward. It's Nairne-Bremer United 4 goals, Onka Valley 1 point. Ball inside 50, Adcock paddles it down. He's had a big pre-season, Jaden.
Pick it up.
And it's cleared out of defence once again by the Rams. They're holding up beautifully. Kicks it out towards the wing. Archer Connolly, good pick up, tries to move it on quickly, Pistols, but it's a turnover, and the racehorse Carissa kicks it inside 50.
Yeah, Carissa puts it up towards the target there. Flying for it was Mildy. Was he infringed? Yes, a bit of chopping. Eckerman doesn't like it, but Connor Mildy.
See how wide they're playing? They're just getting, there's just so much pressure against the ball carrier. They're just being forced to go wider and wider, and the forwards are leading to the pockets. And control the middle of the ground, boys.
Typified there, as Tomo says, so right under the goal scoreboard, but you can see it's going to be right on the boundary line. And Tony Filkey there just sneaking.
Oh, the wise man.
A cheeky little look as right in front of him, Mildy has a shot at goal.
He's a crowd favourite, Connor Mildy.
And I'll tell you what, umpire Jeff Lynn says no, only the one. But yeah, Tony Filkey, of course, premiership coach for the man Rams back in the Division 2 days, Benny.
Lovely fella.
Thanks to the courier, Tomo. In terms of the coaches, what do you think both are thinking at the moment?
I reckon Peanut's going to be happy. I reckon Clint's going to be happy with things so far. Clunny, he'd be very antsy. He's out here, standing here now. He's getting ready to go out there. And
well, this is a gift.
Yeah, he'll be a bit antsy right now. He wouldn't have wanted this as a start. First quarter at home, round one, new team.
Meanwhile,
Defensive kick straight to him.
Cameron on debut.
Jaden, can you tell us about him?
Victorian Country League footballer, I believe. Well travelled. Plenty of experience.
Will Cameron?
Best on ground at grand final last year. Sorry, JJ.
There you go.
So here's a chance to kick his first goal for the club and their first goal for the night. Cameron sets on its way towards the tennis court and
Didn't get the
on the
distance.
line, fisted through by Eckerman. Jake Adcock appealing for deliberate perhaps, but umpires having done that. And we'll have a ball in the left forward pocket as the Dogs work towards the Balhannah end of the ground.
Now, I've got to say thanks very much to Mark Stokes with painted wine barrels and signed.
What do you reckon Stokesy is right now?
Well, he's at Adelaide Oval, yeah, for sure. But he's designed.
He's probably watching on the phone.
He's designed the Call of the Wild signs, which we're putting up at the grounds around around here. So that's fantastic. So, all right. Shortly again, we'll go to Jaden for Stats That Matter, thanks to Print Wrap Pack. But in the meantime, the Dogs desperately looking for their first goal in this round one clash for 2025 Hills Football League action. Of course, Work Locker 2025 season. It's out on the outer side wing. Dogs crashing in. Rams got numbers around the ball, and the umpire says, "I will have it." Robbie Wild, the only person basically in the forward half of the ground, as Jamie Drew now moves forward for Nairne. He's had a memorable first quarter thanks to Adelaide Hills Lawn and Garden and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. Drew is lit it up in the forward half, and Zach Llewellyn with a snag of the day thanks to Lowe's contender just a few minutes ago. In the meantime, it's on the outer side, and the Dogs with a chance to move it forward here. And it's 21 minutes gone. Nairne-Bremer United 4 goals. Onka's 2 points.
Tanner across the edge. Smart picks out here to Coccione, the co-captain. Nurses the ball nicely up the wing and finds Jasper Marr on debut. Marr in turn puts it back to the centre of the ground.
Smart.
And finds Smart. In fact, boys, last time the Call of the Wild did the game out here around 17 last year against Mount Lofty, Ed Smart was coaching the team.
That's correct. Jaden and I were here for that game, or if I remember correctly, and Zach George sent with special comments, Jaden. Is that right? I believe that's the case.
Well, in Urada, the game that we did, Benny, I reckon, maybe. But yeah.
The Nairne-Urada game?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Anyway, Morgan Price, the umpire, balls up. Ball comes down here, trying to crash his way through. Was Waterman dispossessed. Ground level working hard. There's Trey Willis locked up there.
Thanks, Jade.
So,
Thanks to Frank Rat.
ball up.
Special comments there, Jade. All right, ball up, half forward line. 23 minutes gone in the opening quarter. Dogs still to get a goal on the board. Of course, we've got some other Div 1 action starting tomorrow. Tomo, some cracking contests.
Blackwood Harndorf
Blackwood
will
Harndorf.
be a ripper.
Uradla, Mount Barker, and of course out at Lovesville is Liverpool versus Mount Lofty. And of course, Country Division starts in a few weeks' time. Clearing kick from the Rams, dangerous position. Here's Jamie Drew. Can he get a bit of showtime work here with the blonde peroxide? Yes, he can. Kicks the ball forward to his partner in crime, Archer Connolly. Can he run onto it here and work onto his left? Yes, he can. No, he can't. Well, he eventually might. Looking for some support, and he just careers into an opposition player, and eventually the Dogs work it out. And Lancaster's Property Services, good work there by the Dogs in the defensive half.
So Zach George stepped with the ball. Didn't get the fits. So Zach George, it's good to see him back. This represented Australia in basketball as well. Nothing he can't do. Puts the ball wide up the wing area. Good defensive work there from behind. Brought the ball to ground. Ball skills, weaving his way through there. The Dogs, but in the meantime, the whistle is gone.
Flat-footed marking contests. It's just kicking to the spot. No jumping up at the ball. You jump through the flight of the footy, otherwise it's too easy to spoil.
I think one of the most improved footballers last year, William Brooks, will take the ball. No, he's handing it to a teammate. Confusion reigns. As it's come back in here to Kurt Waterman, as I said, one of the great footballers in our competition.
Yes, captained the Rams last year, the early days, while Brock Knott was away injured, and he's just a fantastic leader of this team, whether he's captain or not. So it's centre half forward. The Rams are on here. They've got Nick Yench out here if they can flick it out. Zach Llewellyn tried to get the tackle on. They're hunting in numbers, the Rams. Umpires deemed to... What's going on here? Blood rule.
Actually, interesting, number 21 you can see there, Benny, at the moment. There's James Dutton from the Road Peak area. That's played Glenelg under 18s, 12 games he played last year, wearing the number that's been made, well, say famous by Tommy Mayo the last few years. So
Thomas.
James Dutton on debut. number 21.
And looks like Will Fernhead running out the ground, of course, AHLG specialist.
First appearance this season. Haven't seen him yet.
Vice captain for the Dogs. Jaden.
Yes, Big Brock Knott, a bit of WWE.
Hello,
and the
she's
green
on here.
Big Knott and Jones.
A bit fiery.
A bit of push and shove.
Okay, Robbie Wald, is he around the action here?
Mr. 100%'s in there, Lockie Cross.
Umpire lets it go, that's good.
Anyway, so Knott and Jones to renew their battle. Bit of hugging there. And I think we find Brock Knott. Play on to advantage, goes to Hill, puts the Rams inside.
Jamie.
Drew almost holds it. Comes to ground partner in crime. And Connolly.
Drewy.
Here's Drew. Can he get it to Magic? Taken there by Tanner. Got it to teammate. Carissa puts it in front of the wing and right in front of our broadcast area. Off the ground.
Good contest.
Good contest taken up
The
here.
Rams are on.
Play Rupchik as the siren goes. And entertaining first quarter.
Well, yes, that quarter brought to you by Harcourt's Adelaide Hills, and on the Mount Barker Ford scoreboard, it's Nairne-Bremer United 4 goals, Onka Valley 2 points, and we'll get to Jaden shortly with some print wrap pack stats that matter. Tomo will head out to the huddles. We might just cross to Tommy for a quick sponsorship break, and then we'll be back shortly with Tomo in amongst it with Hutto.
Hi, it's John here from Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. We have all your landscaping supplies. We have our premium firewood from our red gums to our blue gum to our mallee root. Come down and see us. We're just behind Littlehampton Clay Bricks and Pavers.
Jared Tate and I'm from AHLG. AHLG is all about making life better, one outdoor space at a time. From landscape design to high-end landscape construction and all your lawn and garden maintenance needs. We're based in the Adelaide Hills and we've got you covered.
Mount Barker Ford is located just Totnes here on Mount Barker Road. We're owned by a gentleman by the name of Peter Thomas, who his veins are rich with football and rich with community, and he's always been based around the idea that everything you do in business should be based around how you can support the community. At the end of the day, I don't expect people to always come and see us, but ultimately we're a business who thrive in supporting the community, and from our perspective we look forward to the community supporting us, and it doesn't matter whether it be the Call of the Wild, the HFL. We're involved in a lot of other community events throughout the hills, and that's why I like being involved with sport, because I think that brings everyone together at different times and different requirements.
So we're going to think about it. Here we go, boys. Where's your set? That's really good.
Boys, great fucking start. Hard as them early. The one thing for room for improvement, we've kind of fixed that, adjusted that, outnumbered in the back line at the moment in our forward line, so that wing is going to adjust a bit.
And welcome back to Balhannah Oval. Nairne-Bremer United in control of the first quarter. 4 goals to Onka Valley, 2 points, and we'll cross now to Jaden. Stats that matter, thanks to Print Wrap Pack. Jaden.
Cheers, thank you Goldie. So yeah, 42 kicks there to Nairne, 36 for Onka Valley, 31 kicks to Nairne, 8 to Onka Valley, and marks 11-7 in favour of Onka. So that's one stat they are leading at the moment as well. We're inside 50s, 14-10, which the scoreline you might think, might be more than that, but yeah, Onka did have some inside forward 50 contests there through the first quarter as well. So before tonight, Nairne had won the 6 in a row first quarters against Onka Valley, and they've done it again. So pretty dominant display by Nairne in the first quarter against Onka Valley in recent times.
Jaden, thanks to Refuel Wellness, of course, and also Print Wrap Pack, who's some players that are catching your eye at the moment for most effective player.
Yeah, well, we can't go past Jamie Drew at the moment. He looks dangerous inside forward 50 as well. Archer Connolly, Kurt Waterman as well is working well in the half-back plane for Nairne as well, and Ed Smart pumping it inside forward 50 for Onka Valley as well. So they're probably the picks at the moment.
Tomo.
Yeah, Clunny's screaming at them. Well, wasn't yelling, he wasn't screaming, but he's more wanting. I know that sounds terrible, but they're disciplined the first quarter. Second to the footy, he just wants contested ball to start going their way. And if they're going to be doing slow entries into the forward line, they need to be sticking to a structure. If they're going to wind it back and slingshot, they've got to get out wide, open them some space up for the forward to lead up at the footy, so he can actually hit up at the ball instead of getting it put on his head.
Well, this quarter brought to you by Mount Barker Ford and Harcourt's Adelaide Hill Scoreboard. It's Nairne-Bremer United 4 goals. Onka Valley 2 points. Need a response here to Dogs Pistols.
So 20-point margin, 22-point margin favour of the Rams. Let's see the Dogs can work their way back. First forward movement will be for the Rams, those through the agency. Taken there. Put it out, here's a chance.
Hit up.
Good strong mark by Skinner to Fridge. Former Mo boy gets the ball forward. This looks better. Collision there, Kuiper. Toe poke forward, bouncing ball.
Boom. See what happens, you hit up at the footy.
Braden Bazina.
And it's the Falcon.
Adelaide Hills Lawn and Gardens finest.
The Falcon nailing. Because that second year with the Dogs had the injury last year, goes crossing over from Meadows, but fantastic effort there by Braden Bazina. So immediate answer that the Dogs wanted in the first 45 seconds of the second quarter, Goldie.
Yep, that's an AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood memorable moment.
Hit up mark, turns around, wheels around, defender's worst nightmare, ball's going to come in hot, bang, goal.
Jane J. Hill, thanks to Stats That Matter, Print Wrap Pack.
Yeah, Braden Bazina's 4th goal for the Dogs there.
Back in the middle on the Harcourt's Adelaide Hill scoreboard, it's Onka Valley 1-2, Nairne-Bremer United 4 goals. Of course, this quarter brought to you by Mount Barker Ford. And we've had some snag of the day contenders thanks to Lowe's Meat Co. already in the first quarter. Llewellyn, Bazina starting to impact. So,
just his experience there, sorry Goldie, not getting in front, paying high, gets the ball off to a teammate there.
Kicks the ball towards the half forward line. Here's a chance for the Rams to go forward, handball out. Is that Llewellyn? Kick forward into the forward pocket. Jamie Drew flying from behind. Nice work there. Lancaster's property services forward line defensive work.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, Drewy did the right thing there. He was caught behind. He punched and brought it forward. Didn't punch the hell out of it, but he punched it, brought it forward. Contest continues.
So Schutt doing the ruck brings the ball down. Connolly involved as well. Applies a tackle there on Cocciolione. So nil all draw. So umpire Wild recommences. So Schutt again. Connolly takes the ball out of the end and snaps it forward. Tell you what, that would have been a miracle goal, but through for a minor score. Nairne's first of the term.
Yep, on the Harcourt's Adelaide Hill scoreboard, it's Onka Valley 1-2, Nairne-Bremer United 4-1. Of course, this quarter brought to you by Mount Barker Ford. So, the Dogs, a good start for this second quarter. I'm sure that would have settled the nerves for Adam Clun.
Watch the press come across, boys.
So Tomo's got his eyes on it here. Of course, Matt Thomas will join us for special comments this season. We'll get to know Tomo maybe a little bit more at half-time. 1999 male medalist for your Radler. Plus plenty of other things. Good tackle. Defensive work there. Lancaster's property services, and the ball is held up.
Jones, big Tom Jones needs to assert himself a little bit here.
So good atmosphere. Jones 28, not 15. Net all draw, hacked out of the air by Tate Coleman. Puts it forward. One grab, two grabs, spilling the mark there. Dogs trying to work the ball out. Jens gives it back to Conley, in turn gives it back to Hill. He goes to ground and a good tackle applied there. Play on, says the umpire. Trying to bustle the ball. Very scrambly football at the moment. Llewellyn, the goal kicker, got it back. Once again, a strong tackle. Here comes Cross, missed 100% occasionally. Relieve the pressure there by Bazina, the goal kicker. In the meantime, the whistle is gone.
We'll go to
They're out then too, Onkers.
Lockie Cross will have the benefit of the free kick.
Go to Jaden shortly, thanks to Print Wrap Pack with stats that matter and just his analysis. So Dylan Wimpress on the left boot pumps the ball long and strong inside 50. How's about that kick? That's an AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape Firewood memorable moment.
Llewellyn.
That's a laser.
That was a great mark by Llewellyn under pressure there. As you can see the Rams bench waiting to come back on.
Nairne's midfielders are pretty excited about their work in that quarter-time break too, by the way, boys.
So Llewellyn already 2 for the game, so he suggests that he knows where the big sticks are. Although this is his first shot at the Balhannah end of the ground.
Well,
Good crowd in the house. Llewellyn, point blank range. Says no problems there, so 3 to him and 5 to the Rams, Benny.
Yep, on the Mount Barker, on the Harcourts Adelaide Hill scoreboard, it's Nairne-Bremer United 5-1, Onka Valley 1-2. This quarter brought to you by Mount Barker Ford. Stats that matter, thanks to Print Wrap Pack, Jaden J. Hill.
Cheers, thanks Goldie. So at the moment, 6 kicks each, but 3 inside 50s to 1 in favour of Nairn there as well. So 3 goals to Llewellyn. I believe that's his highest A-grade goal haul, I believe, in his career. So
that's the second quarter.
So there you go.
Good start by the Rams.
Good stat there, Jaden.
And a good response by them after the Dogs got the first goal thanks to Braden Bazina inside the opening minute to start this quarter. Looking the better side at the moment. We'll just have to change that scoreboard. Tommy is getting that. So here's a chance for the Dogs on the left boot. Kick inside 50.
Be clean.
Can he be clean here? Good tackle.
Good tackle.
Was hard, but they don't hold the footing.
Willis.
Good work, the umpire.
Trey Willis with a
Skinner there. Yep.
He looks strong, young, fit.
Lancaster's Property Services, good defensive work there. So
bit like yourself, Tomo. Umpire Evans will ball it up here right in front of us. Definite push in the back there. What were you thinking, Zach? Zach George.
Rocky played him like a card.
He can't be too disappointed to give away that free kick at here. So Big Noddy puts it up the wing area, half forward. In fact, flying there across was Heath McDougall, coming to ground pretty heavily, still down on his haunches. So the ball comes back here. The Dogs trying to work it out in defence. Comes back here. Quick kick away to the HC of Harry Dogs. Mark taken there by Trey Willis.
Trey Willis. Just thanks to Refuel Wellness of just keeping an eye on Heath McDougall there. He
might need some Refuel Wellness after that heavy landing go.
High powerful magnesium spray there. And meantime, floating handball. Here's a chance for the Dogs on the run. Flying shot at goal.
Great goal.
That's a snag of the day thanks to Lowe's Meat Co contender Jaden. And stats that matter thanks to Print Wrap Pack. That was fantastic. Might have been Sam Green on the run, I reckon.
Yeah, great goal. So I think the Dogs have lifted their intensity here as well.
Yep, Sammy Green.
Jaden.
Interested in your take there, Tommy, but 9 kicks to 8 in favour of Onkers at the moment. 3 inside 50s, 8 handballs to 5 in favour of Nairn. So they had 31 handballs to 8 in the first quarter. So yeah, interesting.
Every time it's like a transitional play coming into the forward line for Onkers, there's more Nairn defenders than there are Onkers forwards. So he really needed to run, carry and kick that goal then. Well done.
On the Harcourts Adelaide Hill scoreboard, it's Nairne-Bremer United 5-1, Dogs 2-2. This quarter brought to you by Mount Barker Forward.
So Bazina going to ground level there. Umpire Robbie Wild coming in. I'll have it. So once again, Jones 28, not 15. This time Jones gets it down. Taken by a teammate, but no chance of getting away. So once again, the 2 big men will repeat their challenge. So ball up. Jones brings it down. Push and shove against Not. Ball hacked forward for the Dogs. There's a chance inside the fringe there. No, said the umpire. Comes out here. Good pressure in the forward line by the Dogs here.
Oh, rolled him.
He rolled forward.
I was going to say Lancaster's Property Services, good defensive work there.
So a bit unlucky there was Skinner. Ball comes across here. They're going to work it out. Waterman first to kick it quickly up towards Archer Conley territory. Comes here. Here's a young man in Pake. Applies a bit of pressure. It's a clearing kick. Bouncing ball. Remington coming in hard there.
Gavin here. Could turn that way there.
Yep, kick forward by the Dogs. 1-on-1 contest. Ball hits the ground. Rams under pressure now. You just feel like the Dogs have gone to another level. Kuiper, as you can see, he's playing in the forward line for the Dogs.
William Brooks
He
there.
sat on it then.
Yeah, William Brooks knew if it got out, they were in trouble.
So
Trying to hatch it like an egg.
stoppage situation. We'll go to Jaden J. Hill thanks to Print Wrap Pack shortly, because I'm sensing he's got a maybe an interesting stat for us that may be showing that the Dogs may be getting back into this one, Jaden.
Yeah, so 5 inside 50s to 3. The first time in the match that Onkas have had more inside 50s than Nairne.
It's smart. It's just lurking on the back of this contest.
Absolutely. Tell you what, I might be lacking on the scoreboard at the moment, but certainly their endeavour is good from the Dogs. Ball comes down here. Quick kick forward there by Giles. Puts it up towards big leap there off hands. About 20 metres out from the Dogs' goal face. Desperate here. Ball comes out here. Chance there for Dutton was smothered. Bouncing ball. Here's Hill under all sorts of pressure. Was that deliberate? Umpire says yes, holding the ball anyway. So, as I said, the endeavour by the Dogs has been good, so a chance to be rewarded here.
He did get a hand pass off, but it wasn't really going not towards the boundary line.
So, our man, the Falcon, the Maltese Falcon, Braden Bazina,
Yep, AHLG specialist. He'll be looking for an AHLG.
right behind him here, Goldie,
and
from the
Littlehampton-
Dreammaker.
He'll be looking for a Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood memorable moment.
So it is the left foot. Can he guide it? No, it's gone across the face for a minor score, but Onka's certainly looking a lot better this quarter as far as forward movement goes.
All right.
Maltese, the beautiful people.
Thanks to the courier, Tomo, Adam Clunt. What are you noticing at ground level?
He's chirping off a little bit of the players, trying to get them up and about. So Ed Smart's carrying an absolute belter of a shiner.
Oh,
by the way.
wow.
Have a look at that.
That left cheekbone by
Yeah.
Ed Smart. Hopefully he's
No
all
means
right. Refill Wellness.
He might just have the
Injury
black on
report.
to stop the reflection off the cheekbone tonight.
Injury
No.
report there, thanks to Refill Wellness. Starting to work these out now.
You're a special man, remember? You're a special
I'm
man.
just starting to put them all together. I'm going to have to have the...
So a great sideline shot there from young Hutto Martin as the ball comes down here. Dutton was dispossessed.
Good give.
Ball comes out, there's our man Smart, of course former Nord man, just like the man on the boundary here. Comes back here to Tanner, his kick was smothered. Bouncing ball, a strong attack on the ball there by Waterman, close to the boundary line. Got Connolly to assist him. Coming in to steal the ball. The Dogs are clever underground handball. Smart gets it forward. Little give over the top from Spain. Well played for the Dogs as they go inside
Great
50.
kick. Oh,
Great
great.
one, you two.
Yeah, great chop out there by the man defence.
Two Onkas players just spoiling each other.
Do we name that the Lancaster
Yeah,
player
that's
at the moment? That's a
that's
defensive player on each
Kuiper,
other.
Lancaster
one of
pro-
them. Perhaps he's still getting used to playing in the forward line, Benny.
Yep, Rams desperate in defence here. Betting clears the ball out of the fence, but it's going to come straight back in. I'll go to Jaden again shortly because the Dogs are starting to ruck up continuous 50 entries as Angus Schutt kicks the ball deep inside 50. Adcock hasn't got much of it early. Be looking for a bit more. The big skipper clearing ball out of defence from the Rams. They're under the pump here from the Dogs. Nan clearing Burke. Rupchik, we know what they're capable of. Squeezing ball out. They're on. Trying to play it on there was Tate Coleman. Good to see him in action on the left boot. Kicks it high inside 50. Jamie Drew. Umpire's
Drew's
called
hanging
a
on, I
free
reckon.
kick.
Oh,
Oh, he's gone the other way.
Jamie's
Well.
really clever at getting his arm underneath, and
Well, that
he
was,
gets his arm under and he moves it up so it makes it look like the other player's holding under him. He's just very wily, that kid.
Cocciolini a little bit frustrated there. Could have been just play on, I think, Tomo. They had a bit of it, both of them, hanging on.
Play on all the way.
Anyway, Drew has the benefit of the free kick, the chance here for his third goal, Benny.
Yep, he'd be looking for another AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood memorable moment here. Jamie Drew, number 11. Absolute superstar in the competition for the Rams since he's come over there. Previously at Mount Lofty, Bridgewater, Kellington.
Because bowled a few overs for the Bridgewater Raiders.
It's good to watch the junior, man. He was really interesting to watch.
Of course, back from a knee injury a couple of seasons ago. Good to see him out there, and that's a beautiful kick, Tomo. Take us through that one.
Do you see the celebration? Oh, crosses his arms like, what's up to the crowd?
Take us through that. Former sharpshooter yourself.
Oh, no, not as good as him. Oh, no, he's just got a beautiful ball drop. He's so tight in his stance. There's no instep needed. He just literally, it's all nice and tight. Where he points his toe is normally where it goes.
Fantastic. So on the Mount, of course, the Harcourt's Adelaide Hill scoreboard, it's Nairne-Bremer United answering there with a 6-1 to Onka Valley 2-3. Of course, this quarter brought to you by Mount Barker 4. J.J. Hill, stats that matter thanks to Print Wrap Pack.
Yeah, so 18 kicks, 216 in favour of Nairne at the moment, even though Onkas have had the dominance inside forward 50 as they go again.
Here's Adcock. There we go. Here's the big forward's
He's gotta
first
kick
real look
this.
at it. Take
He's
us
gotta
through it,
kick this.
Tomo.
Well, he's just got to line them up and just kick through the ball. There's not, I've said it before, there's not a drop of breeze here, or not a whiff of breeze here. I'm literally just to it. He's just to the right of me. He's, I won't say too much too loudly.
We got the camera.
Not even a gentle zephyr,
No,
Tomo.
nothing at all. He's got to go for the probably inside the left point post to his
So
drop.
Big Jake, 24 goals last
the
year
snake.
for the Dogs. That's going to come back.
bang.
He
Exactly
loves
where
it,
I
the big
said.
man.
That's an AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood memorable moment. J Hill, thanks to Print Rat Pack. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, well, 9 inside 50s to 4 now, and it's all in this. They're getting out of the centre on because centre clearance is 4-1. So it actually won the centre clearances in the first quarter 3-2. So that's something maybe Clint Foster needs to look at, Tomo.
Thanks to Refuel
Here
Wellness.
comes Rocky Knott.
I was going to say, how's the interchange bench looking thanks to Refuel
They're
Wellness?
both being rotated a lot at the moment. So the Onka's runners come back for catch his breath. Plenty smashing him.
So the Dogs.
Good game of footy.
Yeah, it's a great game of footy.
So 6-1 plays 3-3 in favour of the Rams, but the Dogs certainly
tackle.
lifting their game here. Ball held up there. Good stronger tackle.
That's the
applied
beauty of the
there.
rule change. Back in the day, that play would have been dumped on his head, right, and would have had injury and all the rest of it. Now the rule change makes everyone hang on to the tackle a bit better.
So Ruckjewel, ball comes down here, chance for cross, turns into traffic, dispossessed by Tanner. Ball hacked forward by the Rams, bouncing ball, knocked on by Betting cleverly.
Oh, nice.
Gathered there nicely by McDougall. Tried to flick a handball onto Connolly. Dougal follows up very well. Back after a season down at Langhorne Creek, he's taken the ground by a good tackle there. Good tackle applied there. Ben Johnson was involved.
Yeah, that's a Lancaster's Property Services defensive act there.
Not the sprinter.
And Tanner, Blake Tanner, the gang tackle there. So Tanner with the resultant free kick. This way, that way, decides to go at the wing
Yep.
area.
Out towards the outer side. Good contest. Ball hits the ground. Here's a chance for the Rams. Good defensive work from the Dogs on the outer side. J Hill, you're nodding your head thanks to Print Rat Pack.
Yeah, good pressure by the Dogs there.
So Ripcheck wrapped up there by the big man in Jones.
Yep, so stoppage situation, outer side. Umpire throws it up. Here's a chance for Hill. Look away kick on the left boot out towards the interchange areas, the outer side, I should say, as Zach Llewellyn. Sorry, Tom, I'm just working out all my bit. I've got a list of everything here. I'm trying to... Anyway, it's a free kick here for Llewellyn. Outer side. Good Dogs supporter base out there. He kicks the ball inside 50. Where's Jamie Drew for showtime action? Archer Connolly handles it out. Here's a chance for the Dogs to clear the ball. Bit of ping pong work. Oh, of course, Will Spain wearing Adam Houlihan's former number 3.
Well, Will Spain. Carlos perhaps could have been infringed there, Tomo. A bit too high, but...
Will Spain, I should say. Yeah,
Very
Come on
very
now,
well.
Byron. Come on now, boys.
So Jones, not...
They help
Betting
you in
was
99.
crashing his way
Rob
through
Friday
there.
helped me in 99, mate.
Ball comes in. It's Coleman, but taking the ball away. Clarissa, like this game in defence, Goldie.
Yep, ball out towards the outer side. This game is certainly going up to another level as we head towards the 17-minute mark in the second quarter, thanks to Harcourt's Adelaide Hills and Malbarka forward. It's 3-3, Onka Pringa Valley and Nairne-Bremer 6-1. Goal kickers in the first half, of course, the most effective player, Refuel Wellness and Pint Rat Pack, and Lowe's Meat Co. Drew, Llewellyn, Drew, Llewellyn, Llewellyn, Drew. And for Onkas, Bazina, Green and Adcock.
So battle on the see a bit of leading goal kicker for the Rams at the moment between the two productive forwards. Ball comes down there, taken by Spain, dispossessed. Ball comes in there, clever handball out the pack. This is better by the Dogs, comes to the run there of Dutton. The young man puts it forward towards the top of the square. What a bounce it is! The Dogs!
That's an AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood memorable moment, along with the Lowe's Meat Co. snag at a day contender, Tomo.
That's two that pinged out from there on the run, the outer boundary. Really exciting game of footy. You just look at the scoreboard. For me, this is a neck-and-neck game. Like, not just 2 goals, but it's a proper neck-and-neck game. Nairne keep pushing it forward, it comes back, then the Onkas go forward, it comes back in the middle. Now it's a bit like ping-pong again. Love a game of footy like this.
Print Rat Pack, stats that matter, J Hill.
Yeah, 21 kicks each at the moment, 10 inside forward, 50s to 6 in favour of the home team.
Cluny's changed a few matchups too, boys. That's what he's doing. He's just trying to come down and feel it on the boundary and work his matchups out. It's great.
You think he's starting to settle into it along with the Dogs?
Oh, I think he is in this game. Yeah, absolutely. They've just got to keep the ball forward, and then when they've got to be cleaner with the ball. If they can just give their first gives and have the player to advantage, running on with the clear line of kicking the ball, gives their forwards more confidence to lead up at the ball carrier. In the first quarter, it's way too stagnant.
As you can see, our man Hutto right in front and centre here, Pistols with the academy boy. That's the sort of stuff we'll bring in 2025.
A big knot, fists it forward. Here's a chance for Pate, the debutant.
Oh,
that's a goal! What a way to remember your first A-grade game, your first A-grade goal. Campbell, Pate.
Let's have a look at that.
Fantastic.
That's a great response, isn't it?
How good's that? Let's look at this. From the stoppage situation, Big Brock not out of the ruck, went through the Dogs player there in Zach George Dent, bangs on the left foot. Thanks for coming.
Jeez, the Samurai's good in here. I'm just standing behind him watching him do his thing. If we could get a camera, he's got screens everywhere. His fingers aren't stopping. He's got an ant giving him curry. It's a great job, the Samurai.
On the Mount Barker Ford and Hardcore's Adelaide Hill scoreboard, it's Nairne-Bremer United 7-1, Onka Paringa Valley 4-3. Back in the middle, Rob Wild will get us underway. Still a good job. So are the umpires. Rucks will go at it here. Big Brock not setting up the last goal. Wins that one. Ground level. Clearing kick out of the middle by Rupchik. 1-on-1 contest. The last goal scorer went up, went down. And it's going to be held up there.
So Tommy Jones is really trying to push himself onto Brock Knott at the moment. There's a bit of banter going back and forth between the mouth guards come out, bit of a chat. But watch this contest really closely.
So they've been at it all night so far. Going to ground there was Jones.
Read it like a book, boys. This is great. It's good to watch.
Not laying down the law there as he normally does in his employment, but on this occasion the big man Jones. He'll handball it off to Carissa, the racehorse. Streaks away, puts towards the outer wing, looking for a teammate out there, but getting back there.
The male model.
It's the male model, Mr. 100%.
AHLG specialist.
So he puts it back towards half
forward.
He's smart
with the welt on his arm.
Can he control? Let's get it smart as he takes the ball up further forward and he finds a teammate up there.
Well, he's doing that with a serious black eye as well.
This is Skinner. Runs himself in a bit of trouble.
Oh!
Pocket. That's a good tumbling mark taken out by Connor Mildy.
Yep, that's an AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape Firewood memorable moment. That mark from the big fella. Now he's got to go back and kick this goal, Tomo. He's got the dog supporter out there on the back of the light Land Cruisers.
I don't know if Jake Acock was deliberately leading this way with his finger up in the air, say kick it this side. It would have been a fast break if it was a spoil straight down the middle of the ground. So he picked the right target then. Hopefully they can kick this goal.
How do you
right back in the game?
Because his third season at the Dogs after coming across from Mount Lofty, kicked 21 goals last year.
Just for his confidence.
This one pulled a margin back yet again.
He was annoying to coach against a couple of years ago when he was at Mount Lofty.
He's a lively player.
Yeah, he snuck up and kicked 4 or 5 and a half.
Were you the defensive coach on that occasion, Tom?
Print Rat Pack, J Hill stats that matter very shortly. It's the Dogs have evened things up here in terms of the goal scoring department. Scores on target 4-4 to 7-1. So it's been an even quarter as Eckerman races the ball out of defence for the Rams. Starting to settle into this one. Brock Knott went up with the 1 mitt, ground level. The last goal scorer, handball over the top, tried to get it to Llewellyn. Here's Ed Smart with a black eye. Kick round the corner for the Dogs, inside 50, 1-on-3 contest. Kuiper, ball hits the ground. Here's a chance for Nick Jens. Pistols with a high ball. Who's going to take that one?
High ball comes down. George Stead tried to. Ball comes to ground. Jones sinks the boot into it. Fortuitously goes forward. And Ed Smart, big flying mark.
Edward, son of Bill. Good kid.
Smart, certainly shining under lights, not only in the eye department. The ball comes across here. Bouncing ball, cricket pitch area. Gathered there nicely. Cross gets it towards the centre of the ground.
Got to stay low on that tackle. He would rock the ball up then.
Comes back here to Hill. Hill lifts the eyes and sees a teammate in space. Well on the goal kicker. He'll put it to Pate. Right, set nicely for the youngster on debut. Already has 1 to his name. Close to the boundary line. He's wrapped up nicely. Handballs away. Ball relieved by the Dogs. Puts it up the line. Big Knott over the top. Spoils it. Grabbed there by Lucas. Ball comes back here to Knott. Lifts the eyes, puts it in the corridor. Good defensive work there.
Lancaster's property.
Lurking as hell. That's a great tackle.
Danny Frawley, golden fist.
Applied there on Fernhead, 0-all draw.
Yeah, great work there. Lancaster's property services. Great defensive work there.
Onka's just had Zach Kuiper come off the ground and replaced him with Jasper Marr. 2 good, fit, young marking forwards.
Alrighty. Of course, Kuiper can play at either end of the ground. Here's a chance for Jens. She's going to come up against Ed Smart. Handled over the top. Nice work here. Here's a chance for the Rams through Tate Coleman. He's starting to get into it in this quarter, but that's a beautiful mark. Defensive work once again, thanks to Lancaster's property services.
Where to go, though? Where to go? I'd be going out the far side.
Well, that's where it's going.
Yeah.
He kicks the ball out there, and Benjamin Johnson. It's a good first name, that's for sure.
He'd want to be a sprinter after that drop.
And that's, well, I'm not sure if he would want to be the former Ben Johnson. Jaden J. Hill.
He'd be a player with plenty of soul.
That's right. Jaden J. Hill, stats that matter thanks to Print Rat Pack, a cracking quarter so far.
Yeah, you're right. One that's really getting my attention is 24 handballs to Nairne, 13 to Onka Valley.
As the Dogs go forward, Connor Mildy's in a good position here. Went over his back. Jake Adcock pushing hard. Great defensive work once again, thanks to Lancaster's Property Services. Intercept, I should say that. Tanner involved. Stroll in. Thanks for coming. That's a goal.
That's a great interchange, isn't it? Straight on and kicks a goal.
Jasper Marr, like a thief in the night.
Adelaide Hills Lawn and Garden and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood, memorable moment. Jane J. Hill, let you continue on there, champ.
Okay, there's nothing for that. But 33 kicks.
I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, okay. 33 kicks to 32 and 13 inside 50s to 11, all in favour of Onka Valley.
How are you seeing it? Dogs? Good
yeah,
period?
definitely uplifted their intensity here at the moment, that's for sure. And centre clearances is 4 each. Nairne have come back in that stat, so next centre clearance is very, very important towards red time of this quarter.
Tomo, next few minutes, we've got a few more. What do you reckon?
Yeah, hopefully we've got a couple more goals. I don't mind for which side, but centre stoppages are way too important here.
So the Dogs coming forward. Pack sets itself off hands. Hacked forward here.
Holding on.
Here's a chance for Mildy.
Oh, Dogs.
Dogs again. Comes back here to Connor Mildy. A high kick. In the meantime, the whistle is gone.
Yep, thanks to the Courier newspaper.
Right in front of goal.
It will be a free kick. Is it Mildy?
I didn't see that one, boys, at all.
It's going to come back here.
Any injury thanks to refuel wellness?
It's going to be Sammy Green.
Tomo picking up. No one's injured out there?
No one's injured apart from the shiner of all shiners on Edward Smart.
So Sammy Green, chance for his second goal.
Crowd will do the talking.
I tell you what, the members of the band is to rocket at Balhannah, Goldie.
Fantastic.
6 goals for the term for the Dogs.
Yep, on the Hardcourts Adelaide Hills scoreboard and the Mount Barker Ford scoreboard, it's the Dogs closing in here, Tomo, in what has been a cracking quarter of football.
I'm liking the mobility of their forward line. You've got a couple of good marking forwards. You've got some young speedsters coming through. The Maltese man, the Falcon, he just comes through. Fantastic crumb before. Aerial contests. Let's see what this centre contest does. If Nairne can get it back down there and see if they can reply again.
Jaden J. Hill, Sass It Matter, thanks to Print Rat Pack. Anything else capturing your attention in this quarter?
Yeah, well, 9 marks to 6, 36 kicks to 32 in favour of the Dogs.
Now back in the middle, who's going to win out this rat contest?
There we go.
It's a cracking contest. Wimpress tried to get it out to Jensch. Intercept though. Dogs pushing on relentlessly here. They got the ball towards centre half forward. It's a real scrap around the contest. Rams under defence. Nick Jensch with a clearing kick in the middle of the ground. Courageous work there. Llewellyn on the left boot. Snapping in the ball forward, gives the Rams an opportunity here, Pistols, but once again, thanks to Lancaster's Property Services, good defensive work for the Dogs.
Yeah, the big man Jones takes the ball, puts the gate wide. This time, kick that, it's just open the gate for the Rams if they're good enough. Head over the ball, Ruchik, can he get it out to Conley? No.
Sounded good.
So perhaps a bit of a let off there.
I'll tell you what, if Billy Smart was a racehorse, he loves his racehorse, he'd be worth a lot of money. Got Nick Smart could play like anything. Nick was amazing. Ed's out here carving it up.
So
Smart family.
Not Fernhead racked up in the tackle. Conley. Here's Rupchik, determined as ever. Goes to ground level. Red Smart comes in there, comes out towards Jensch. Quick hands out here.
Refuel Wellness injury report, Tomo. A couple of Rams players in a bit of wars out there. Archer Conley holding his neck.
Couple of sore spots.
This player might be coming off here with an egghead. It might be Brock Knott. Keep an eye on the big fella.
I thought it was a knee that got him there, an accidental knee.
Dogs taking it forward towards the wing here, right in front of the Dreammaker commentary position, leading in a race for the ball. It was Waterman. Tomo almost getting a rare touch.
Brock Knott coming off here, Tomo, I reckon. He's caught one in the...
Yeah, I'll keep an eye.
So, throwing right in front of us, Adcock doing the ruck duties against Betting. Adcock wins it down. Trying to extricate the ball. There's Rupchik. Flicks the ball out. Here's Smart leading in the race. Got support there. Perhaps the free kick could have been played.
Wow.
Great attack on the ball there by Will Cameron.
Strong.
Rocky Knott, boys, has got something going on with his jaw and he doesn't look comfortable at all.
I hope he's all right. He had a shocking
Injury-
season last year of injury.
Injury report there, thanks to Refill Wellness. Stoppage situation just in front of us
He's
here.
good on you, Goldie's on now.
Okay, 28 minutes gone. Onka Valley 6-4, Nairne-Bremer United 7-1. Will Fernhead, AHLG specialist. Great tackling. Umpiring the first half, Tomo.
Yeah, it's been okay. There was an attempt to dump then, but luckily the Onka's player landed his elbow out because that could have been nasty.
James Dutton was the recipient of that. He's up okay, which is a good thing. So, Ruck Judeville betting. Adcock gets a double grab at it.
Tomo, get Clunny.
I'm getting Clunny after, mate.
Oh, right.
No,
And that's
do
the
right
old,
thing.
yeah. No, fair enough.
So,
when you're coaching, you got to be in your zone.
Siren has sounded a 3-point ball game. Who would have thought that at the start of the game? So it suggests the Rams came in as warm favourites at the moment. 7-1-43. And the Dogs with a good second quarter where they kicked 6 goals.
Hello,
6-4. So 3-point margin at the moment. Goldie.
Stats that matter thanks to Print Wrap Pack, J Hill. A cracking quarter thanks to Harcourt's Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker Ford.
Yeah, cracking quarter, 39 kicks to 34 in favour of Onka Valley. They're 15 inside 50s to 12 as well. And I believe they scored 38 points in that quarter, the Dogs. And going by my stats here, that's the highest ever quarter score against the Rams for the Dogs there.
Plenty of memorable moments. Tomo, thanks to Adelaide Hills Lawn and Garden, Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood.
I'm really enjoying this because you're just seeing how hard Onkas are working to get back into this game. They could have very easily had a second quarter there, but they just weren't quite up to it, and they still leave themselves a 4 or 5 goal gap. They've brought it right back into 1. Right, this game is hot, so I'd be really interested to see what happens the first 5 minutes of the second half. I'm really interested to see if Brock Knott, who's not walking off with his teammates at the moment.
Maybe we'll get Hutto just out towards the Rams as they go off.
Yeah, he's sore. Big Brocky Knight is very, very sore.
The jaw?
Like the whole body really, poor bugger. We got ads you want to run?
We'll get Hutto. Hutto might get a camera on Big Brock Knott if he's around the area.
Hey Hutto, this guy over here.
Just stealth style.
Big, good looking rooster here at the back. No, I'm joking. Big fella. He's got the
Hold
camera
on
on
yourself.
jaw a fair
Yeah.
bit. He doesn't look particularly comfortable.
You can see Big Brock Knott in a bit of...
As we've said,
If he doesn't come back out, sorry boys, if he doesn't come back out, Big Tommy Jones is going to actually throw his weight around and really get into this game. There's an ideal opportunity, given the chance.
They'll go to plan B, and Sheets Betting will probably go into ruck, and there's a few others.
Yeah, Big Sheeter.
Conley can do a bit of a pitch out as well in the ruck. So
Jane J. Hill.
interesting. Jaden J.
Print Wrap Pack, stats that matter.
Yeah, it'll be interesting who rucks for Nan in the second half, depending with Knott, because it's centre clearances in that second quarter, 6-4 in favour of Onka Valley there as well. So very important if Brock Knott comes out in the second half.
All right, we might go to producer Tommy for some sponsorship announcements at half time as we leave you here at half
I
time.
might just go around the grounds.
Oh, no,
Adelaide
no.
Oval, Collingwood 58, leading the Swans 32. Benny.
Fantastic. Of course, HFL sponsors, Harcourt's Adelaide Hills, Mount Barker Ford, Print Wrap Pack, Lowe's Meat Co, iSports Coaching Technology, Sports Power, The Courier, Think Road Safety and Closely Supermarket, and Onka sponsors Closely Supermarket, Oakbank Hotel, Resource Co, Adcock Real Estate, Bird in Hand and Act Hire, and Nan sponsors Cube Logistics, Salute, Closely Supermarket, Snap Fitness, Aston Hills.
All right, well, it's been a
Half time.
hectic start to the quarter wild season.
What, has it?
Half
What?
time. I tell you what, quarter time, Nairne-Bremer led 4 goals to 2 points. And you think, well, this could cruise away, but Onka Valley has had 6 goals in that second term, have really hit it back. And so, very interestingly poised game here to open the program of coverage on the quarter wild through HFL Media this year. So, as we go to half time, Nairne-Bremer 7-1 leading Onka Valley 6-4. Back for more shortly from Balhannah Oval.
Hi, it's James from HLG. You're watching Call of the Wild live Hills Football League. Go Meadows.
Call of the Wild. The Live of Hills Football. Live and free. Prime time.
Hi.
Mark Stokes here from Painted Wine Barrels and Signs. Find me on Facebook and Instagram for all your wine barrels, drums, corflute signs, signage needs. Give us get in contact.
back your side. When lose or draw, it's that time for the Hills footy ride.
I'm Trent Shawland, Principal of Harcourts Adelaide Hills. So I've been running the business now for 25 years. We obviously specialise in residential sales and rural sales, property management, and we do some commercial work as well. It's a family owned and family run business. Both my children, Harry and Georgia, and my wife Kim are in the business as well. Long-standing business that we're very, very proud of. For Kim and I, it's been all about what we can put back into the community as well. So the sport and local events have been something we've really focused heavily on to make sure that, you know, we are putting back into our local Adelaide Hills community. We've got two offices, one's in Mount Barker, 58 Gawler Street, and the second one here at Stirling is 8 to 12 Mount Barker Road, Stirling.
So tune in and buckle up. Now it's time to back your side. When lose or draw, it's that time for the Hills footy ride.
3.
Hi, it's John here from Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. We have all your landscaping supplies. We have our premium firewood from our red gums to our blue gum to our mallee root. Come down and see us. We're just behind Littlehampton Clay Bricks and Pavers.
Hi, I'm Jared Tate and I'm from AHLG. AHLG is all about making life better, one outdoor space at a time. From landscape design to high-end landscape construction and all your lawn and garden maintenance needs. We're based in the Adelaide Hills and we've got you covered.
Mount Barker Ford is located just Totnes here on Mount Barker Road. We're owned by a gentleman by the name of Peter Thomas, who his veins are rich with football and rich with community, and he's always been based around the idea that everything you do in business should be based around how you can support the community. At the end of the day, I don't expect people to always come and see us, but ultimately we're a business who thrive in supporting the community, and from our perspective we look forward to the community supporting us. And it doesn't matter whether it be the Call of the Wild, the HFL, we're involved in a lot of other community events throughout the hills, and that's why I like being involved with sport, because I think that brings everyone together at different times and different requirements.
Mark Stokes here from Painted Wine Barrels and Signs. Find me on Facebook and Instagram for all your wine barrels, drums, corflute signs, signage needs. Give us get in contact.
Tune in and buckle up. Now it's time to back your side. When lose or draw, it's that time for the Hills footy ride.
I'm Trent Shawland, principal of Harcourt's Adelaide Hills. So I've been running the business now for 25 years. We obviously specialise in residential sales and rural sales, property management, and we do some commercial work as well. It's a family owned and family run business. Both my children, Harry and Georgia, and my wife Kim are in the business as well. Long standing business that we're very, very proud of. For Kim and I, it's been all about what we can put back into the community as well. So the sport and local events have been something we've really focused heavily on to make sure that we are putting back into our local Adelaide Hills community. We've got two offices, one's in Mount Barker, 58 Gawler Street, and the second one here at Stirling is 812 Mount Barker Road, Stirling.
So tune in and buckle up. Now it's time to back your side. Lose or draw, it's now time for the Hills Footy Ride.
3.
Hi, it's John here from Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. We have all your landscaping supplies. We have our premium firewood from our red gums to our blue gum to our mallee root. Come down and see us. We're just behind Littlehampton Clay Bricks and Pavers.
Tate and I'm from AHLG. AHLG is all about making life better, one outdoor space at a time. From landscape design to high-end landscape construction and all your lawn and garden maintenance needs. We're based in the Adelaide Hills and we've got you covered.
Mount Barker.
Clunny, we've got Adam Clunny here for a quick chat. Adam, first half, great. Second quarter, first quarter was slow. Tell me your thoughts. Where are you guys going to improve the most this quarter?
Obviously, yeah, slow out of the blocks, so and a little bit undisciplined. So we cleaned that up pretty well in the second quarter. I thought we were much more disciplined, stuck our tackles, and then we got some more fast play, so we're able to get some one-on-ones with our forwards. So hoping to see more of that this quarter. I think we can get them on the spread. So that's what we're hoping for.
So the first quarter is very much long, clunky, sort of very slow, flat marking, I suppose, flat-footed marking. So what did you do aside from, what did you do out the spread to actually make them want to do that?
Oh, basically we just spoke about rolling on, like if we can get a chance to roll on, a bit more handball receives. I think that quarter we doubled our handball receives. So, running and drawing, making them come out
from behind.
So yeah, we created that way. So
it's the worst nightmare. When you're a defender and it's rolling on and it's coming in, it makes it really hard for the defender.
Correct, that's what we're hoping to do, mate. So more of that means we can score more and, we're getting everyone involved that way too.
Awesome, mate. Go well. We love your work, mate. You're a legend.
Thanks so much. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
There you go, Clunny.
Thank you very much, sir, to Adam Clun, as we welcome you back to Johnston Park in Balhannah for the start of the second half. Hills Football League Round 1, Division 1 A-grade competition. At the moment, intriguing game on the offering as Nairne-Bremer 7-1 43 lead the Onka Valley Bulldogs 6-4.
Yeah, I've got to point people in the direction of where they can find us for 2025, of course, Tomo. At Hills Football League Media, you've got to put the at symbol in front of
the symbol
Hills.
or AT, remember?
As in the symbol. Yeah, good on you. The symbol at. Hills Football League Media. You've got to put that in front of on when you're searching on YouTube. Anyway, and we're also on Facebook, Call It Wild 2025 and the Hills Football League Facebook page. A few comments coming in, Jade and I understand, including Joel Ash, is that right, who's enjoying Tomo's work?
He's a legend.
Yeah, he's loving Tomo's work. So
He's an enigma. That man's an enigma, I tell you what.
And of course, the Revingtons are tuned in, which is fantastic.
Yeah, brilliant.
Right, let me just go back to what Clenny just said then. Right, about being undisciplined, right? So they tidied that up straight away. They stuck their tackles, right? So which meant they got lower. You could hear in the commentary about getting low and sticking your tackles. And the other thing is they rolled on. So they're getting their kicks, they're turning, they're rolling on and making. So when you're a forward and you've got your midfielders rolling on, you're looking for that turn. As soon as they do, your eyes light up.
Refuel Wellness injury report, Tomo. Brock Knott, is he out there?
He's not out there. No, he looks like he's going in for the first ruck. I can see him.
Yep.
That big shin guard rolling in there now.
Yep,
Okay,
hobbling
maybe a poke
towards
in the
the
eye.
centre, but
He's got to get up a little bit earlier and plant a knee in the side of that Tommy Jones, and then that'll just stop the bloke from jumping. I don't say that badly. I'm just saying as a ruck contact, as a tactic. Jesus.
all right. Poised, as I said, for a good...
And an elbow in the face.
I think he got one of those earlier as well, I think. So anyway, so back in the middle here, all about readiness. Of course, Jason Evans, Morgan Price, Robbie Wild on the
how
field
good.
umpires in
Here we
charge.
go.
Wildy.
What a great start to the season so far. We'll see what the second half yields for us. So back in the centre, it's Jones versus Knight. Ball comes down, Knott with the first handball, gives it away to Hill. Hill handballs to himself, yeah. Ball spills free.
Great
So
call,
the first,
Pistol.
so the first forward venture through James Dutton, the goal kicker for the
Oh!
and a good mark taken there
I was on the footy, just watched it come in.
by Jasper Maher, the debutant. Great to see two debutants, one for each side, of course. Campbell Pake and this man Maher kicked goals in their first game of football for their A-grade side. So here's a chance now
To put him in front for the first
for
time in the
Jasper
match.
Maher.
Missed.
Sense of occasion, he's let us
Umpire
down.
Bruce
It's
Marston.
bustling Bruce Marston, very efficient there, singles a point. So the Dogs move win 2 points, 41 plays.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
There we go.
it's on.
The niggle gets rewarded. Yeah, it's always the retaliator, I tell you.
So Damon Howe,
Yep, defensive 50 for the Rams. Will clear the ball out towards us in the centre wing area. Beautiful
Kill
news. Coaches boxes out here. Good to be back in the Dreammaker for 2025. Umpire calls holding the ball, advantage paid. Wimpress,
Great
I
kick.
think it was. Jamie Drew, a bit of showtime. Bring to the ground level, can paddle it on. Can he soccer it off the
So
ground?
strong core strength.
Yes, he can.
He's got the strut. What
Thanks
a
to
rooster.
AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. That's a memorable moment there, Tomo.
Yeah, he's got it all going on. When the ball came in there, the hands were he had one hand in the chest of his opponent, gave him the shove at the right time, and then just tapped it with the other hand. He knew exactly where the ball was going. Nice and clean below his knees, and whack, and it goes through for another goal. So
I tell
Drew,
you what, prime time. You just spoke to him before play commenced. He talked about the ill-disciplined little silly things in the first quarter that they cleaned up. Well, he would be ropeable that turnover there for Adam Clum.
100%.
We will unpack some stats with J&J Hill thanks to Print Wrap and Pack shortly.
His fingers are doing the walking. He's all over it.
Back in the middle, can the Rams get another one after the Dogs just missing down the other end of the ground to put them in front? And now the Rams have got out to an 8-point lead. Really important period in this quarter, you
Take
sense.
the ball.
Ball flicks out. We'll get to Tomo shortly. He's noticed something there in the contest. What did you notice, Tomo?
No, Ed did exactly what needed to be done in the contest before. Went through the line of the ball, took it cleanly. He got legged, and he gets a free kick.
So smart play by the veteran as he goes backwards to go forward. Picks out a teammate there in Coccione, the co-captain, goes wide to the wing area. Finds a man up there, possession football. That was
good run.
Schutt. Schutt gives it off to the run of a teammate. Dogs looking better as they go forward here. Adcock juggling attempt to mark. Going to ground, there's Jack on his back. Ball spills free.
Jack's back.
There's a chance. Dogs. Could have been a bit of a high tackle there.
That's a Lancaster's Property Service defensive work.
Tell you what, the dog boy a bit unlucky there not to get the benefit, being Will Cameron, as Eckerman with the free kick.
Yeah, we'll go to Jaden shortly with some stats that matter. He'll unpack them thanks to Print Wrap and Pack. In the meantime, snap forward for the Dogs in a prime position. Ground level work. This is where the Rams are at their best. They get the ball out to open space here. They can run it. Jamie Drew, look at the pace from the blonde bombshell. Providing a bit of contest there against Carissa. Great work. Heath McDougall was involved. Ed Smart, he's got a A real shiner on that left eye, but he's still crashing in.
What a great shot there, Giscaldi. The crowd, a good
That's
crowd
our
in the
second
house.
camera in action.
Friday night live here. Great work.
So boundary throw in from the academy boy. Robbie Wild's got a good view of it here.
It's smart lurking.
As the rucks go at it.
Much better ruck work.
Here's off the contested rook check. He's got a runner. It's that man Waterman. He usually uses it well in these situations. Jamie Drew 1 on 2.
He's strong.
Takes the mark. Plays on and goals.
Yeah, that's good footy. That's good footy from Nairne. They just got it. They just keep banging it in. It was 2 on 1 in that contest. Drew has had his man wrapped up like put his arms behind him like a mummy and plucked it, runs through, kicks a goal. Love it.
On the Harcourts Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker Ford scoreboard, another memorable moment.
Just see Street Fair is called by
Off he
Matt
goes.
Thomas. Just got rid of Cotsadione.
We'll just get the scoreboard updated too shortly. The Rams 9-1 to Onka Valley 6-5. Jaden J here, he's going to unpack some stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack.
Yeah, well, obviously Drew getting amongst the goals. He's 14 times last year he scored multiple goals, did Jamie Drew. 2 inside 50s this quarter for Nairne, 2 goals.
So I tell you what, Print Wrap and Pack also supplying towards the most effective player, because the now sought after Call the Wild Ale, and that man Jamie Drew could be there for the most effective player at the moment.
Oh, Archer Connolly tries to work the ball out to Sheets betting. Missed that one.
The thing is, if you're defending Jamie Drew right now, and he's having a fair lick of it, you want to stand behind him, he's going to beat you for speed. You stand in front of him, he's just going to ragdoll you a
Well,
little
put
bit.
on your coach's hat. Where do you stand?
Thanks
Tomo?
to the courier.
Do you stand on his head?
Yeah, you try all sorts to get under his skin right now and make him lose his mind.
All right, so the Dogs on the Harcourts and the Mount Barker Ford scoreboard at 6-5. The Dogs, Nairne-Bremer United 9-2.
Set play here.
Benny Johnson.
The Dogs had a chance before to hit the lead, and now the Rams have gone back to back and opened up a 15-point margin in what has been a seesawing contest after the Dogs trailed at quarter time 4-0. Adam Clun barking instructions at ground level. Need another response here, the Dogs. We've gone 6 minutes, opening quarter, third quarter here. Brock Knight just fists the ball down to Damon Hill. This guy usually uses it well. Empress Drew putting on a clinic here. AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. Memorable moment once again, Jamie Drew. And he is prime time position, Tomo.
So he's in a great spot here.
Right in.
Look at the Rams army right near him.
Right in front of the Dreammaker here. Jamie Drew.
If someone lips off at him from the crowd, he'll just go bang it. He'll just go bang it.
He loves
lining up for his 6th goal here, boys.
Great spot to kick from.
Sixth goal, 6 minutes into the third term, so he's playing a wonderful opening game.
Oh,
although this one's a bit off skew.
Out the fall.
This will test umpire Jeffrey Lindo.
So you didn't hear that profanity he bellowed out once he kicked that ball.
Unpack some stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack, Jaden.
Yeah, so 9 kicks each actually, and 4 inside 50s to 3 at the moment.
So ball beat's been relayed. Good crowd in the house. After a nice sort of warmish hill stay. It's got a little bit chilly here at the Hollow at Balhannah, but still a good crowd in the house enjoying a good game of footy to open the season.
Big risk
kick out here.
Very well done.
Safely finds Harry Giles. Giles handballs to Cotsadione. What's it for him? No. It's under pressure. This way, that way. Handballs back.
Jamie Drew.
Here. Here's that man Drew doing it all over the ground at the moment. Oh, cleverly lifts the eyes. Picks out Nick Yench. Riverton Centre Hawk goes along towards the top of the square, but getting back there.
Good take. Good take.
Yep. Thanks to Lancaster's Property Services, a good defensive work there by the Dogs. They need a settler here.
They really have to chip their way through here because Nana, they're zoning it right back.
James Dutton wearing Tom Mayo's X number 21. Of course, he's not playing this season. Jaden J. Hill will get to you shortly.
Tommy Mayo, he could play.
Kick the ball out towards the outer side. Another Barry the Barrel towards the half-forward line for the Rams. Great work. One step, bang. This is great work from the Dogs. They could go end to end here. Kick forward by Will Cameron. Didn't quite get the intended target. The umpire's gone a free kick.
Jasper Maher, already a goal kick at a young man.
Tagged him on the short at the wrong time.
in his A-grade debut.
So thanks to Harcourt's Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker forward. This is an important kick on the scoreboard. It's the Dogs 6-5, Nairne-Bremer United 9-2. Jane J. Hill will go to you after this kick.
Spent some time in the Sturt under-18 ranks, so a Dog as a junior.
That's better.
Sets on its way. The young man has 2 goals in his A-grade debut.
Jane J. Hill unpacks some stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack.
Just, I feel like it's the right time to say it's the Woodside Cricket Club Junior as well, with Justin Lamar.
Whoa! And no doubt coached by the great Jaden J. Hill.
He might have been, yeah. 14 kicks to 12 in favour of Onka Paringa Valley, and then 5 inside the 50s each. So pretty even at the moment, boys.
Jake Adcock coming off the ground. Tomo, just for a breather.
For a breather, indeed. Good rotation, though. Look who they put on instead. Like, they've really got a good side here, I think, Onkas. They've recruited extremely well. They're even spread of talent. They've just got to tidy up their back line a little bit. I don't know how they're going to plug that. I do, but I'm not going to say how they plug that hole up when Jamie Drew's coming rearing out. But yeah, for the spectators, I hope it's a great game to watch because I think it is.
Good to see one of the greats out there as the runner this year for the Rams. Of course, Josh Lauby, premiership player at Kersbrook.
Laubs.
Okay, back in the middle. Rock Knight. He looks like he's all right.
Here we go.
Big man Jonesy's
on it now.
Smart. They're crashing into him. He's already wearing a shiner on the right cheekbone.
I'm liking what I'm seeing in Tom Jones so far this quarter, boys.
Well, it's not unusual, and it's going to be good. Nick Yench thumping the ball forward. Drew, 1-on-1. What's he going to do here, Tomo? Ball hits the ground.
Great second effort. Great second effort.
Evans, perhaps Drewy throwing himself forward. They're looking for a free, but Evans having none of that, but still a dangerous territory here. Some 40 metres out, straight in front of the Nairne-Bremer goal as they kick towards the Oakbank end. So once again, Jones clearing tap out there, first to get there.
Male model. Lockie Cross, he's a male model.
Ben Johnson will cross out round Johnson.
Number 18 on the screen is a male model.
And 100% man sometimes. So, young academy boy pitches the ball back in. Bit of arm wrestling there. Once again, Johnson knocked on by Clarissa.
Here he is.
Handball back here. He's Cross again in the action. And he's bundled across the line there.
Nice work, Pistols. Of course, boundary throw-in. Game on. This is an important early round contest. 11 minutes gone in the third term. It's only 9 points the margin. Adam Clunt at ground level will be sussing out this contest. High kick forward by McDougall.
2-on-1 contest.
Jamie Drew, what can he do here? Ball hits the deck. It opens it up for Connolly. Great work. Lancaster's Property Services. Great work there by the Dogs defence as they clear the ball out of defence.
Yeah, George did. Yeah, fantastic as he swerved his way through, so it gives them a bit of a reprieve at the moment as the Nairne-Rams attacking. Here they come again, gets across the Tate Coleman, centre of the ground. Former Happy Valley Best and Fairest and South Adelaide Reserves player. Puts it forward, Drew 2-on-1. Ball comes down here once again. Bounding through Scoccione, wins that contest. Puts that towards a wing, 2-on-1 here.
Yeah.
Skin's going to have to go up and help.
Ball's coming back in regularly here at the moment. The Dogs defence under enormous pressure. Here's Lockie Cross. Can he pick it up? Pushes it forward. Sockers it cleverly off the ground. It's all Dogs back here. Zach Dent.
Barrel.
And just got a kick away. Bursting through Archer Connolly.
Oh, that's good footy to watch.
I tell you what, Tom, as a coach, you've got to love the defensive work of your forward line.
They're very quickly zoning off.
And Drewy there just wasn't making sure that ball was getting down easy.
Yeah, they're very quickly zoning off and getting two onto Drew real quick.
Boundary throw in. Let's have a look at this contest. Looks like Archer Connolly's going to do some ruck work here against Jones. Brings it to ground level. Fierce contest around. Snap out of the contest. And it's gone out of bounds.
Young Pate there sliding across the boundary line in front of a packed members pavilion here, enjoying a, chilly night, but I tell you what, pretty
temperatures dropped like 8
warm
degrees,
action
boys.
out there, that's for sure, keeping the...
like you two cuddling up in the caravan.
in the vacation
well, you got
here.
the Catmandu on, you're right.
I had to change my apparel.
So Ruckjewel comes out here, Hill trying to get out, he's beset by Dogs defenders. Clearing kick.
Racing how's about that?
Right turn of space by Will Spain. Carlos puts it forward. He's gathered here by the Rams. Flick the handball towards there, taken by Coleman. Coleman, underground kick forward.
Wimpress.
Taken by Wimpress, he'll throw a bit of candy, both on the Crows list. Gave it back to Coleman.
Sheets.
Comes back here to Sheets betting.
Right, here we go. Jamie.
Pate.
Oh, that's Pate, the other bombshell. That's a serious head of hair.
He just had to jump through the line of the footy and he had a bloody shot on goal.
Bit of Art Garfunkel.
I was going to say that, or the painter.
I reckon that's Benny Salt when he was 15, 16.
Yeah.
He was
Could have been
something like that.
Could have been one of the White Jackson 5.
There's a bit going in the background, boys.
So the ball comes down here.
Stopping situation, clearing kick out of defence there by the Dogs through Will Cameron up towards centre half forward. 1-on-1, here's Connor Mildy's Tomo's man. He could kick to himself here and run onto it if he wants to. Can he pick it up in the pocket? Work his magic. Not quite. We've still got a contest. Still on top of it. Ball shovels out. Rams keeping it alive. John and about. Great work here from the Rams out of defence. A bit of Lancaster's Property Services work about this. I was going to say that, but no, it's holding the ball.
Nick Yench.
It's Will Fernhead with the tackle.
While you boys were watching the play before, there's in the Nairne goal, there was a couple little nice little short rights getting thrown by a couple of players.
James Dutton.
Thanks for coming.
That was special.
That's Will Fernhead. Quick handball to Dutton.
Yep, AHLG and Little Hampton Landscape and Firewood, a memorable moment along with the Lowe's Meat Co Snag of the Day contender JJ Hill. Unpack some stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack. Look at this, it's just quick handball. Thanks for coming. How often do you see that? Drifts into space. Matthew Yench style work there. Give it to me and says bang. Jaden, unpack some stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack.
Thanks, Goldie. So, yeah, 19 kicks to Onka's, 20 to Nairne. I tell you what, the inside 50 count was about 10-5 at one stage. It's now 10-7 in favour of Nairne.
Refuel Wellness Injury Report. Tomo, just...
good hands. Come back to that as Hill.
Tight calf, that's all I can see here.
No worries.
Come back there with quick movement by the Rams. Got inside the forward 50-metre arc. Ball looping there, comes back to Hill. Dispossessed.
Onkas need another goal.
Yep, what are you sensing?
They need another goal here just to get some momentum.
So 9-2, the Rams 8-5.
Will Cameron just getting the left calf worked on.
3-point ball game, and impressed by the debut here for the Dogs of Dutton.
Tomia, you get Huddle on number 7 here on the boundary line.
Meanwhile, ball comes back here, round the corner to McDougall. High ball forward, remembering that big Brock Knott, that seemed to hit him in the face. Perhaps lost it in the lights, the big fella. As the ball cleared.
It's a great barrel.
Out towards the wing area, vacant wing area, taken out there, locked up there. Yeah, Brock Knott, just seemed to lose sight of that ball, the big fella.
Jake Adcock back on the ground.
Glad he didn't get it in the jaw.
Perhaps needs some of that some of Ed Smart boot polish.
Rocky's off talking to the umpire. Oh, go in the face then. Oh, come on, umpire.
Meanwhile, ball comes back here, trying to burst his way through his Ed Smart. Cleverly gets the ball out. Oh, Jones.
Adcock back on the ground.
Improvised, got the ball quickly.
Turn.
And the ball taken here by Will Spain.
He'll kick the ball forward. How's the distance? The carry, the distance. Good defensive work there by the Rams, thanks to Lancaster's Property Services, and it goes out of bounds. Rams 56, Onka Valley 53. We just get a look at there at the Dogs interchange bench along with Rupchik on the sidelines.
Connor Mildy had the perfect spot to lead to then. He pointed it out to go far side, and he wanted to come back boundary this side, and he just ended up going, he went the wrong way, and they just kicked it the wrong spot.
So Onkas must kick a goal from this
boundary throw in. Yep. Rucks will go at it. Big Sheets betting just grabs it out of the ruck, but it's not going to come off. It could be a shot at goal and to put the Dogs in front. Yes! Dogs are in front.
That's a goal. Yeah, Skinner, yeah.
Joseph Skinner. Harcourt's Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker Ford scoreboard. The Dogs in front for the first time in the match.
This game's got everything, doesn't it, boys? Hey?
Look at this. We'll have a look at the replay here. Tomo goes bang. And it just had a bit of right to left on it.
Just drifted slightly, didn't it, just to the left?
Umpire Bruce Marston had the best position in the house.
So, second year with the club, joined him last year, played 7 games, known as the Fridge. Played a bit for South Reserves and also Gippsland, Victoria, in the Moe area. So, well done, Joseph Skinner.
Unpack some stats, print wrap and pack style, J Hill.
I believe that's his first goal there for the Dogs. He still didn't kick goal last year.
He got
there you go.
Skinner.
Yes, you're right, no goals.
So he's on the footy, boys.
Jamie Drew into the midfield and was holding on there.
Trying to change it up.
Long kick. The Rams have had the answers all game so far over the back of the bus.
Blake, the young man.
Oh!
Go on, debut!
Oh, he's put the binoculars on too, boys.
That's an AHLG and Little Hampton Landscape and Firewood memorable moment along with the Lowe's Meat Co Snag of the Day contender Tomo.
Yeah, Clint Foster's made a really good move there. He's taken the Enigma from full forward, thrown him up into the midfield just to change up the pace. He's got so much balance and so much speed. Throws Brocky Knock down there. Cheetah goes up for the contest, reads it. There we go, bang through. Great contest from Brock Knott.
So I tell you what, The Garfunkel look-alike is certainly on song, the young debut.
J
Second
Hill
goal.
unpack some stats thanks to the print wrap and pack.
Well, we played 9 B-grade games last year, and we played 6 goals, so pretty good by 18-year-old.
His first senior season, yeah. Well done.
Back in the middle, Harcourt's Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker Ford scoreboard. Dogs 9-5, Rams back in front 2.
Great game to open the call of the wild season here, Goldie. Trust their worldwide audiences enjoying this.
Skinner and Jamie Drew are going at each other flat out.
I'll tell you what, Ed Smart is crashing in still with the with the eye injury. Oh, in we go, Wimpress.
So you feel the tempo changing. You feel it changing right now.
I tell you what, Tomo, you know it is. You can do all the pre-season work in the world, but you can't take away match conditioning. And gee, it's a tough game out. There'll be some sore boys tomorrow morning.
Sheets on the right boot.
Good.
Hey,
he's starting to light it up here.
You know you're alive if you saw on the game after the morning after a game.
Left boot
Bring it
inside
forward.
50, Archer Connolly, and the Rams have had the answers in this one so far. We'll go to Jaden again. He's just pivoting on his right, which means he's got some important stats to produce.
And they're good too.
He just a sense he's on the edge of his seat here. Boundary
JJ
throw
bangers.
in inside 50. Balhannah Oval, Friday night footy. Where would you rather be? Hills Footy League.
Flick it on. Here we go.
Clearing.
Oh,
That's out of bounds on the full. So we've got some time as the ball goes onto the road there. Jaden, you know the nearby neighbourhood. What road is that?
Well, Onka Valley Road, nearly at Mapinga Road, Pistols.
yes.
Tom Jones
that's
needs to
right.
get his backside to the goal square. Seriously, like if you're the ruckman and you've got the ball's gone out there, you have to be
I
shutting
think
that down.
one of the young fans might have souvenired it. They're calling for the spare ball.
Let's unpack some stats thanks to print wrap and pack. Jane J. Hill.
Come bangers.
Tell you what, one stat that Adam Clun will not be happy about is the centre clearance is 6-1 in favour of Nairne. So comprehensive beating there are Onkas.
So Wimpress
Where is
emerging
he?
from the dark
Under
with
a
a new
gum tree.
ball. So
Oh, there he
Wimpress puts towards the top of the square. It's got the carry. You're well at the back. Carry was there,
Jeffrey
but
Lynn.
not the accuracy. So flew for a minor score.
Yeah. On the Harcourt's Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker Ford scoreboard.
This side's open, wide open.
It's 10-3 to 9-5 according to my judgment there.
Great kick.
So good work. All right, here. What can the Dogs do? They've responded in this quarter at the 21-minute mark. We'll head out to the huddles once again at three-quarter time with Hutto and Tomo. Oh, ball fumbled.
Oh,
Cropping one in the back. Umpire lets it go. Don't mind that. Nick Yench kick inside 50.
Good take, Jonesy.
And a good defensive mark there, thanks to Lancaster's Property
Not
Services.
unusual to
be loved
by everyone.
So Jones
Reckon he gets that a bit?
puts up the right taken there by the young man in Lucas Holbrook. Third A grade game last year. So
Good work, Tomo.
You too, Goldfinger.
So ball goes up, won again by Jones. Comes down here to Dutton like his game. Oh, fortuitously finds Adcock. He thought about playing on. Says no, I'll go back. So big Jakey, the co-captain.
The wild man.
Wait, Tomo, I'll just go to you in a sec. It's a question. I'll just. Oh, that's good,
Good
Mark.
take. That's a good take. That's a very good
And
defensive
then
play by
Waterman, he's been
Lancaster's.
solid all night. He might be in line for the most effective on the ground, Kurt Waterman. So Waterman
I like him.
He'd be
going to
great
go
to
long,
coach.
which
He'd
he
be
does
great
up
to
the
coach.
wing.
The born leader.
Makes
Be
it
great to
themselves. It's the big man Jones, couldn't take what he wanted. Quick hands out there, finds Edward
Oh,
Smart.
he's a gun, isn't he?
Breaks away clear, gets it towards Hunter forward.
Why didn't Jonesy
Bouncing
put it on that
ball.
bloke's shoulder then? Take a hanger.
Here's a chance here for Spain. Goes to ground under pressure.
Oh.
Cleared there by Coleman, bouncing ball, taken here by
Didn't
the
have
French.
control of it.
Yeah, he
Skinner,
didn't
the
have
French
that.
has taken the ground, will
Didn't
take the
have
result
control
free
of
kick. Umpire thought about playing on. No, so we'll come back here to Skinner.
Oh, he
Kicked the
might
last
be injured here
goal.
thanks to Refuel
He's,
Wellness.
He's
did
down
hit
at
his
the
head.
moment.
It looked like he might have hit his head, to be honest with you.
Refuel Wellness injury report.
We got that, Tommy?
Or he's
I
got
think
a
he's
cramp.
cramped up.
This is where he
There's
needs to
Tomo.
make
How
it
did he cramp up this soon in the game?
He's got
Seriously.
cramped up, but he's
That's
got a hit
why
in the
he
head,
needs to
says
make
Tomo,
his
so he's
spray.
taken over as the doctor in the house.
Wrong head.
That's right, Tomo, you wear that
Bit
one.
of golden spray, bit of the
So,
cold
so the
spray.
fridge, what's a bit of ice on the ankle, so the fridge goes long
Yep,
towards the top of the
penetrating kick.
square.
Yep, contest, ground level.
Connor! He loves it!
Get around the long sleever. Everyone loves a long sleever.
That's an AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood memorable moment and a potential Lowe's Meat Co snagger today contender there, Tomo.
I'm very happy with that goal. Great crumb, great contest. They're well in front now. This is a really good game of footy.
I was going to say, Tomo, for a night game where conditions can vary and affect the high marking and the flow and attacking football, we have some great marks and some great goals.
I'm really impressed by it. Hey, Hills footy's alive.
All right, prime time on Friday night. Onka Valley back in front, 10-5. Nairne-Bremer United 10-3. Just remember, The Dogs hadn't scored a goal in the first quarter. They were 4 goals to zip down.
Work's important here, boys. We've got Jamie Drew. Sorry, we've got Jamie Drew in the middle.
No Jones.
Jones
is right in
J.K.
front
Cox
of you.
in there.
So
That's
back
right.
in the middle, Drewy's in there. Slapped out to Drew Mann.
Too high. Beautifully.
And the umpire saw it that way.
Good decision, umpire. Didn't get sucked into it.
Big Jake just
Jake the Snake.
That or Drewy lipped off at him earlier and goes, I'll get you even on
In
this
fact, you're talking about no goals in the first quarter. In fact, the last meeting in round 16 last year, the Dogs didn't kick a goal at all.
Kick towards the half-forward flank here. Ball's at ground level, snap round the corner there. I think that was Dalen Howe, wasn't it? Their Pistols. High ball, courageous mark, Jake the Snake, Adcock. I was going to ask you about him, Tomo. Your thoughts on Adcock and how he goes about it, the captain?
Yeah, I've watched Jake Adcock for years, mate. I really like the way he's started this game. Nathan Dunn loves him from Blackwood. But look, I really like Jake Adcock. Great family, great club.
Yep.
Great club family. So
I think Jake would be the first to agree. Frustratingly, his body's let him down, unfortunately, with injuries over the years. So they get a full season out of Jake. Yeah, he's a big boy.
Big boy.
So
ground level ball.
Ball comes down there. Waterman again. Handball's clear.
Holding the ball.
So the resultant free kick will go to the Dogs here. And it'll go to George Dent.
Yep, kick inside 50. All right, the Dogs. Can they get back-to-back goals here? Is that Blake Tanner? It was a kick forward. That's a thumping kick right to the line, over the back. Man. Working the magic in the forward pocket is Sam Green.
We need Eddie Betts right now. We needed an Eddie Betts goal then, didn't we? The place would go absolutely mental.
Okay, on the Harcourts Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker Ford scoreboard, it's Dogs 10-5, Rams 10-3. First we'll look at the academy boy in this department in the forward pocket. Let's look at the action. It's a nice start and a well-elevated boundary throw-in. About 20 metres out from goal here.
Oh, Brock Knight, he's worn another one now. I think he's on the ground.
Refuel wellness injury report.
He's in a bit of agony there. Tomo, Dr. Tomo, what do you reckon?
I couldn't see it. I had Big Tom Jones in the way, trying to give me a chat saying he needs a shin guard.
Do you want to have a chat to him?
Getting up in the...
Tomo,
what's that?
Introduce yourself to him about how you're, 1999 male medalist.
Nah, come on, you're such a wall. You just don't do those things. You should introduce him. Say he should take some ruck tips from you when you were an 11-year-old.
You still carry.
The banter's on now.
You still, Tomo, you're still carrying that rubber stamp for the autographs. You got sick of signing them.
Oh, far out. I hope the audience is enjoying this stitch up. I don't mind it. Thanks for the accolades.
Well, you're the metatarsal king. As the ball comes back here, good tackle played there. Bursting his way through. Gutsy effort there for the Dogs. Scrambling football at the moment. Desperation from both sides.
I tell you what, there's going to be a lot of sore bodies after this one, and they're going to need some refuel wellness recovery kit.
I tell you what, James Dutton, number 21, he's having a great debut. If the Dogs' ball comes down, here's big Brock Knott.
Brock Knott's taking a 17 ruck in that forward line for Onkas.
The ball comes out
This
cleared.
is a perfect time to cross to our man, Jaden J. Hill, who's going to unpack some stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack.
Yeah, so pretty even in the kicking stats, 35-34 as the ball just gets kicked to Uncle Pringer's forward 50. And it's out of bounds, but maybe that 36 kicks to 34.
Drew. It's been penalised here. So, the Falcon.
He wants it.
The Falcon. He's claimed it.
Thanks to AHLG.
The Maltese Falcon. Beautiful people, the Maltese.
This will take his best kick right in front of the scoreboard.
Allies.
Talk us through it, Tomo. How do you work
He's a left footer. So he's got the best shot, and he's one of the best shots in the park. There you go.
So he's running around. I tell you what, as it come back.
He's gone nuts. He's gone nuts. Cleared the fence.
Memorable moment thanks to AHLG and Little
Second goal, Brian Messina.
That's a snag of the day.
That's a cracking kick. That's a cracking kick. He read the room, knew he needed to kick it. Bang.
I tell you what.
Cheetah's gone down back straight away.
Print Wrap and Pack, Jaden J. Hill, unpack some stats.
I'll tell you what, that's two goals now to Balhannah, is it? So that's the second time he's kicked 2 goals in a game for Onka Valley in the A grade ranks. And I tell you what, it reminded me of Timmy Cahill, the way he ran to his teammates, like he was running to the corner post there by Balhannah.
Well, this is a break now. This is 8 points, and just remember they almost hit the lead early in this quarter, and then the Rams went bang bang, got a handy almost 2-goal lead, and then Dogs have hit back here, Pistols, and they've had a 5-goal to 3-quarter.
Decision, Wildy.
I tell you what, boys, at quarter time it was 4 goals to Nairne-Bremer. Onkas hadn't kicked a goal. Since then, Onkas have kicked 11 goals to 6, so certainly momentum.
Adcock kicks the ball long and strong inside, attacking 50.
Great pick up.
Tomo's liking the work
Dutton.
here, snap down the corner.
Dutton.
Oh, he's almost got that.
That would have brought the house down.
Adam Clunt is up and about here at ground level with big Terry Sleep. He's certainly not going to bed early tonight, I tell you what. He is up and about.
You guys are on fire in there. You guys like writing down little notes for each other.
Would Terry Sleep be made of sheets betting?
What, the two of them together? What an incredible matchup that would be.
That would be.
Sleep and bedding.
Yesteryear. Meanwhile, let's get some sensibility back into the call as the ball comes out here, taken by the Dogs.
Will be much sleepier with the cheetah.
Goes back to Sammy Green, puts it high. Defensive work there. Close to the boundary line, bundled over the line is our man Dutton. Said the former Peak and Road boy, and spent last year the Glenelg under-18 ranks. Certainly showed his
we're in red time now, 28 minutes
talent
gone.
here. It's Robbie Wild. We'll ball it up.
He's doing a good job, Wildy.
Yeah, Wildy has done a much better job than I've seen in the past.
Like Brock Knott getting benefit there.
I don't know if I got a harder run with him. I reckon I got a harder run with him when I was at Blackwood. I reckon at Uradley he was okay.
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah.
So big Brock Knott will kick the ball up the wing. Jamie Drew 1-on-4. Comes over the top. They've got the numbers here. Adcock's had a good quarter. Kuiper, Jamie Drew, memorable moment. Can he result in a goal? No, great work by Kuiper. Ground level, snaps it out.
Someone else.
Fantastic pick up by Edward Smart. They're on here. Mitch Cocciolone kicks the ball out towards the outer side wing. Race of pace. Is that the Maltese Falcon?
Mazzina, the Falcon.
Mazzina. Wheels around on the left boot. Who's back here for the Dogs? Can they bring it to ground level? Crummers are sniffing.
Dutton.
It was good to bring it forward the way he did there, though.
Ooh,
Gave him a chance.
It going here. Where's the ball? It's going to pop out. No, it's
Ah,
not.
Connor, Mildy.
No, it's still going. Umpire's letting it go, and eventually we're out, Pistols.
Yeah, Nick Yench bangs it forward. Nearly a one-hander taken there by Harry Giles.
Game on.
That's all she cried, and this is set up once again for an exciting final
5-goal to 3-quarter.
So, Onka Valley, after conceding a 4-goal start,
Tomo, you take
time,
Jamie Drew's animated to the umpire right out. Oh, that sort of
the Dogs, 11-6-72, lead Nairne-Bremer United 10-3-63 at 3-quarter time. Joan and Jay Hill.
It was a 22-point margin at quarter time, or was it 9-point margin to the Dogs? So a 31-point turnaround since quarter time there as well. So just some quick stats here. 17 inside 50s to 16 in favour of Onka Pringa Valley. That's actually the second quarter in a row that they've won the inside 50 count there as well. 41 kicks to 38 as well. So pretty comprehensive there by the Dogs.
Of course, Tomo's out there. We might as well just cross now to Hutto, who's out amongst the action. We'll take you right in there. Hutto's...
Where is Hutto?
He's coming back to us, is he? Oh, Hutto's sniffing.
He's always just carping laps, isn't he? Eh? He's trying to get around the ladies.
Here he comes. Here's Hutto. Now he's in
on
there.
to his crew. Look at him go. See him?
Yeah, got him.
What a weapon.
Let's cross Hutto now. He's right in amongst it. What's the vibe out there, Tomo?
Oh, I think Clunny's going to let him go in their groups first, and he'll have a little chat. He's very sharp, Clunny. He knows exactly. He reads the room really, really well. Can you hear me all right? Or
Yeah,
not?
you're right.
We'll just say, Tomo, because of the experience, of course, Peak, and then Mallee districts, and then, of course, last couple of years, SA Country representative assistant coach. So
very smart of him to do that too.
Yep, and of course, very good football, because Sturt and Woodville West Torrens, of course, male medalist here in 2006 for Onka Valley Football.
Yeah, he pipped me by, no, I'm joking. With Adam Trzynski.
That's right.
They tied for it.
That's
up there.
exactly right.
What people wouldn't know is Clunny and I, when we were younger, in our early 20s, we used to play footy at Sturt and Reserves together. And we used to go up to his house up at Mount Barker and have these epic, night-long table tennis tournaments. They were fantastic nights. So he played table tennis, but couldn't beat me though.
The question must be asked, Tomo. Clunny went on with it. What happened to you?
Oh, we both played league footy, mate. What'd you do? Yeah, there you go.
Having a look here. Okay.
Oh, right. Breaking news, Daniel Lackenby's going to be coaching the Interleague.
Matty
That'd be a
Thomas.
great side.
I thought you had that job here, Mark Tomo, senior full of.
No, don't deserve that at this stage. One day.
Back and forth driving is good here.
Lackers is a ripper, so I think he'd be a great coach.
Actually coached the
Is that it,
Division 2
Mark?
side.
That's it?
Did coach the Division 2 rep side, I think, a couple of years ago.
Man, Hutto is right in there with the camera.
Just while you're out there, Tomo,
Yeah.
prime time, just the idea of the conditions. Any wind or anything? Or?
No, there's no wind.
No
It's
dew on
starting
the
to get
ground
really
yet?
dewy. No, it's starting to get slippery.
Yep.
If it was a brand new footy, it would be a cake of soap. But you just got to keep the ball off the deck. Keep it nice and clean. The forwards like it when the ball's off the deck.
This is why we got the second camera this year, so we can get
They go-
right
they-
out there.
If you're a leading forward and it's really dewy, you could potentially get a falcon right in the bush in the nose, you know. Then if that happens, you wake up pretty quick.
So Clunny just giving his final message here.
Oh, you talk, I'll be quiet.
Okay.
So the dog's in there tight. And also the other side, Clint Foster, of course, both coaches. Well, Clint making his first full-time coaching for his first full-time A-grade victory.
Nan powered home multiple times last
Yeah.
year, Pistols. They got the engine.
We know they have the fitness.
They'll bring the horns in here, the ram horns.
And there we see Clunny just addressing them. What you like to see, all eyes on the coach, which is fantastic.
So game on, that's what we want at
So I
three-quarter
virtually
time.
believe that after quarter time, what a turnaround as the game has had.
And pack some stats shortly, thanks to J.J. Hill. Oh,
That's
sorry.
just 11 goals to 6 since quarter time.
Pardon the language.
Bronte Hoff, just former president.
He's the best person today, Bronte Hoff.
Danny Strout there, erstwhile coach in Weeding.
Let's unpack some stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack, J.J. Hill.
Well, just one thing. The last time, between these two sides, last time a team came from behind.
I'm doing okay, actually.
Tomo.
Very good, Tom.
Leave me alone.
That's good, Tomo. Just tell the whole world how your social problems going.
Sorry, I didn't swear before, did I?
Oh, no, you're on air. Just
No,
keep going,
that's all
Jade.
right, mate, no.
That's right.
Global coverage, Tomo.
Keep going, Jade.
Anyway, the only time a team
Sorry,
as that came from behind to win the game between the two sides was Onka's in round 17, 2021, where the Onka Valley won by 20 points.
Well, it's certainly an improvement since last year, Jane, where the Dogs didn't score a goal.
It's fresh out here, boys. It's really fresh.
All right, but
Well,
it's
you're
certainly
wearing
a
the
warm
Kathmandu.
last quarter here. 9-point margin in favour of Onka Valley.
There should be no excuses.
This
It
be a
tells football,
very
Matt.
good start. A big
Where's the long
tonic for the
sleeve?
clubs.
Matt, it's late.
Where's the long sleeve?
It's late 20 degrees today. How are you going to be in winter?
The Dogs chasing to break a 31-year
Thermals.
premiership drought. Set it off in the best possible way. Here we go underway. Ball comes down, socket forward, leading in the race for the ball. Howe gathers it. He's under
tackle.
pressure,
Good
taking the
tackle.
ground.
That's
Great
on the
tackle
pill.
by the
That's holding the
umpire.
pill. Very good decision.
umpire.
That's the Lancaster's Property
And it's
Services
that man
defensive
Dutton
work.
who's certainly impressive. I tell you what, he could be in the mix for most effective. Good
Yep.
on debut.
Kick forward.
Bomber Lancaster.
Kurt Waterman there. Bomber would have liked that
I
one.
would have liked that. Most annoying backman I ever had stand me, I tell you.
So Waterman, what can he do here? Well, he's going to kick the ball out of the defensive 50.
Kurt's got a fat. Right, so he left his man brilliantly then.
Ground level
Great
ball.
mark.
Brock Knight handles underground. Rupchik sockets the ball into his teammate's backside. I think it might have been his brother. Snap round the corner. High
There you
ball.
Bang.
Take that if you can. Will Cameron was the player who kicked the ball forward. Centre. This is a huge period coming up the contest. And we've got a stoppage at centre half forward. This quarter, of course, hard course Adelaide Hills, Mount Barker forward. And it's 11-6
As the
on
conditions
Valley.
as the conditions get they're more and more slippery, just got to go through the flight of the ball.
So Jones puts the ball down. Wants to get it ground level over the top of it there. Blake Tanner.
Lowe's Meat Co snag of the day contenders still up for grabs.
It's well under wraps at the moment.
So ball up. Once again, Jones and not as they've done most of the night. Ball comes down.
Oh, interesting.
Umpire's
called.
called infringement.
That
Brock Knight said he's going to be
umpiring
joking, but in the
decision was not
meantime, Jones takes the ball, puts it forward.
Hands up.
Oh, he's another
That's
one.
hanging
Off
on.
Dan's head.
Yeah, it's hanging on. He had two arms wrapped
Free
around.
kick has been paid, and it's that man on debut, Jasper Marr,
When you're a big forward, being in front just creates
already with 2 in the book.
creates issues for a backman. They do things to try to get you out the way.
So
Arms
Jasper
wrapped
Marr.
around for a cuddle.
Good area here, Tomo, to work his magic.
Bash it through.
Right through the
Great
Dogs.
spot.
Marr for his
Just-
third on debut. Umpire Jeffrey Lynn moves a little bit too far.
No
Minor
thanks.
score results, but it's enough for the Dogs to increase their lead.
Of course, the most effective player will get the exclusive HFL Call of the Wild beanie. The print wrap and pack.
It's tight at the moment for that one. Jay Bangers and I are all over it.
And the refuel wellness pack there for a high premium magnesium spray for your recovery.
So 10-point margin. William Brooks with the ball.
Kicks the ball out towards the outer side wing, a half-back flank area for the Dogs. Desperate stages here. Damon Hill cleverly sockers the ball off the ground, can wheel onto that trusty left boot, kick the ball inside 50. Jamie Drew once again the target, wheels around on the right boot, snap at goal high, right into the forward pocket, and it hits the behind post, and that's out of bounds on the full.
There's a take by Drew, just nonchalantly one-handed, wheeled onto the right. So Ed Smart
wearing the shiner on the left cheekbone.
So Edward Smart chasing the point post, brings it out. Coaching box side, big leap there. Ball comes in. Here's a chance for Skinner. The fridge puts it forward. Adcock from behind. Betting brings it down. Eckerman got it across to Jack's back. Revington sends the ball.
Yep.
Out there and finds
Wimpress. Connor Mildy just at ground level getting some calf work done there thanks to Refuel Wellness. Injury report.
Nan pressed up that hard that the half forwards were.
Oh, selling the can. Beautifully done by Tate Coleman. Has a flying shot at goal, and that's a mark.
Jamie Drew? No.
Taken by that man, Zach Llewellyn, who was out of the blocks early in the match. Kicked 3 first half goals. A little bit quiet since then, but now he's got an opportunity to kick his fourth and get the Rams back within 4 points.
Quite an effective player, I would have thought, Jay Bangers.
Yep.
So,
in contention.
Llewellyn for his fourth.
Oh, out he comes. Snap round the corner. Thanks for coming. Number 4.
He's got it confident.
The umpire just goes, 2 big ones.
Well, on the Harcourts Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker Ford scoreboard, the Rams draw within 4 points. Jane J. Hill, print, wrap and pack. Unpack the stats.
Yeah, so 7 kicks to 6 at the moment. 2 inside 50s to Nairne, but 3 to Onka Pringa Valley as well. So the Dogs will be hoping to respond here. 4 points to margin. Important centre clearance right here.
I would have thought Noddy. I would have thought Big Noddy's going to tire a little bit, but Tom Jones has just got to jump early. Start getting your knees into him a bit more, soften him up.
So back in the middle.
Body on body.
Rucks
it's not going to work for him. Whack.
There you go at ground level. Damon Hill, he's getting some good touches. Flicks it on, tried to get it to Rupchik. Good tackle. Hill follows up. Rupchik around the contest, set upon by a few Dogs players. Rams, ball squeezes out. Here's a chance for Will Spain. Can he pick it up? He can. Handball over the top cleverly to Will Cameron. Cameron on the right boot. Kicks towards the half forward line for the Dogs. Good work there by, I think it was Eckerman, was it?
Yep.
Ground level ball. 55 metres out from the goal. Dogs clearing ball. Ground level ball. Nice pick up there. Intercept though. Great work by Edward Smart, but Revington Pistols will eventually kick the ball.
So Jack puts it forward. His chance for Conley will sit for him under pressure from Shoot. Coming to meet the ball strongly. George Stead, I think it was, puts it up towards Mildy. Mildy playing up the ground in the wing area. So Mildy will go long towards the top of the square. Jasper Ma over the top. Ball spills.
Taken
away by Howe. His kick is smothered there. Taken by that man Dutton. Dutton feeds the ball straight to Eckerman. No, comes back to Tate Coleman. Coleman clears for the Rams.
Yep, it's game on here. You can sense it. It's only 4 points the margin.
Well done, Jonesy.
6 minutes gone in the final quarter. Round 1, Hills Football League work locker action from Balhannah Oval. Jaden J. Hill is sniffing again. He's pivoting in his chair. He's got something to say shortly.
Rotations galore going on the bench at the moment.
Thanks to Refuel Wellness. Injury report there from Tomo.
You're good, Goldie, I tell you.
Alrighty. Harcourts Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker Ford scoreboard. 11-7, 11-3. 6.5 minutes gone. Calm before the storm. Most effective player still up for grabs. The Lowe's Meat Co. snag of the day still up for grabs. It's what you want in round 1 action, where this season it's going to be a very even campaign.
See the big boys here in the ruck. They're just shoulder on shoulder. One needs to step back and just. The reach is good, but they're just going to be a bit decisive taps is what I'm trying to say.
So George Dent going to ground there under the pressure of Lockie Cross. So ball held in there. Umpire Evans will come in and ball it up. So once again, the 2 big men go at it.
Better.
Let's fall by Jones, swooping on it
See, that's what
there.
happens.
Here we
Late
go.
Tanner dispossessed, comes
Here
back
we
there to
go.
Cameron, just barges his way through, gets the ball across to the
Poker.
Falcon. Falcon puts it forward to
good
Jasper
take.
Mark.
There you go.
Jasper, this young man, he quickly hits the ground running.
Here we go.
Puts it
Connor.
there, Connor Mildy, on his own.
Oh,
he
Ball comes
tapped
to
it
ground,
down.
waiting.
I don't mind that.
Tapped it
Skinner,
down.
I don't
Skinner
mind
on the
that.
top, the Mildy a walking
Connor
goal.
Mildy deserved that.
That's very clever, Tomo.
Yeah, clever. He tapped it down. He didn't even look to mark it. Two flat hands, tapped it down. And you know what? The sneaky bugger got it back for a goal.
Well, that's volleyball background there, Pistols, isn't it? Connor Mildy. Yep. Jane J. Hill's going to unpack some stats thanks to the print rapid
Heathwood
pack.
High?
Yeah. Jane J. Hill.
So yeah, 5 inside 50s to 4 now, 11 kicks each. So yeah, pretty even in that regard, really. So yeah, important goal there by the Dogs.
All right, back in the middle. 10-point margin for Onkas. The biggest lead they've had in the match so far. Just remember at quarter time they were 4 goals to zip down. We had a few texts come in that thought it was game over, but it's far from that. Now the Dogs are in front with a 2-goal break.
Better ruck work though, isn't it? Just trying to create something there.
Oh, beautiful. Edward Smart. He's been very effective. Kick towards the half-forward line and a great mark there by Will Cameron.
He's my favourite at the moment for that award, to be honest with you.
Will Cameron, half-forward line.
Edward.
Well, yeah, that's it. And that refuel wellness might help him with the eye. No, actually, magnesium on the eye would sting. Kick into the forward pocket.
Oh, we nearly took that.
And a clearing kick here, Pistols, thanks to Lancaster's Property Services.
You can just feel their confidence now lifting the Dogs. Comes out the back though. Connolly arches the back as he runs up the ground, puts it long. Looking for a mark up there. That is Drew, the excitement machine. Oh, stolen smartly by Eduardo.
He's very good.
Gets it back here. Costiglione puts the pressure on Hill.
Well done.
I tell you
There's
what,
been some great banter between Drewy and Ed Smart as well. Little clips behind play and so forth. So that was a really good contest for them both.
so pressure on here. 10-point margin favour the hosting Valley Bulldogs. Can they cause something of an upset in round 1 here on the Call of the Wild? Ball bounces clear. Loose ball. First to get there as Darton goes to ground under pressure, taken here by Waterman. Puts the ball forward. The mark taken by Rupchik.
He played on.
Play on this. Carissa was right over him. Umpire says go back, so it'll be Micah Rupchik.
Yep.
And inside, hands it off to Wimpress, who has a flying shot. On the line, they could have spoiled each other. They're taken by Drew.
Drewy.
Tried a scorpion, hands and knees, tries the handball
How's
to the
the
close to the
defensive
line.
work there?
And Costiglione, grim defence on the goal line.
Great work for the Dogs. Lancaster's Property Services defensive work there.
Perhaps Llewellyn and Drew spoiled each other in that marking contest.
Right on the line here. Umpire Robbie Wild will throw the ball up. It's Rams' golden opportunity to get it back within the goal. Dogs fighting on. Umpire Bruce Marston says, come on, fellas, that's a point.
I think it was Costiglione with a bit of tunnel ball work there, but just making it over the line.
Refuel injury report. Will Cameron getting a bit of work done on the hamstring, the right hamstring at the moment here at ground level. We might get our man Hutto onto the camera here. Tommy just getting number 7 with the Denker rub into it. Meantime, clearing kick inside 50. Connor Mildy, 1-on-1. Yes! He's putting on a bit of a clinic here.
He's hiding some guns under those long sleeves, mate.
He watched the ball come in and just out-bodied the big Sheets betting at the last minute, juggling mark. So Mildy will line up for his 3rd goal.
Sheets fall asleep then.
Could well be, Tomo. So Connor Mildy.
On the Harcourts Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker Ford
Inside
scoreboard.
of the left,
Loves the
inside
Essendon
left goal
Football
point.
Club and just doing a bit of Matthew Lloyd there with the grass.
Inside of the left goal post.
So important kick here. He'll kick from about 45.
He might give the camera a bit of a look here if he kicks this.
Lays back on the kick. He's pulled it to the left though.
In step with his foot there.
In fact, 3 for a minor score, Benny.
Lay
Tomo.
back on it. Lay back on it.
10 minutes gone, thanks to the courier. Both coaches.
Neck and neck. Both coaches. Clint be feeling a bit antsy at the moment. Clinty's, 10 points difference. They're going to want a goal quickly, man, just to start to get some momentum their way.
So McDougall pulls the ball in under his body from that ruck Rujil, and umpire Evans will recommence.
We'll go to Jaden shortly, thanks to...
See, Onka's they all just backed out of the contest there to give them some space.
All right, ball's loose. Oh, good tackle. Ball spills out. Here's a chance for the round through Rupchik. Sock it off to ground by Carissa. The male model, Lockie Cross, good pick up.
Great tackle.
He's looking for some support. He got the handball away just.
Great tackle as well.
Great tackle again for Will Spain.
That's disciplined footy there. They kept their tackles then.
Property Lancaster's Property Services, great defensive work there, and the ball is half forward line here. Really important period in this quarter. Both sides, cracking contest.
Adam Eckerman lurking.
Oh, intercept. Edward Smart, what a game he's had with the bruised.
No left foot.
Kick forward, contest.
Got his hands to
ground level ball. Rams defence under the pump. Ball comes out. Eventually snap round the corner. They've got the players back here. Lockie Cross.
I can see a game coming, boys, where Zach Kuiper is going to have a sticky fingers day and he's going to literally take 12 marks, kick 6 goals, and everyone's going to think he's the latest bloody superstar.
Round 15 last year, he had 12 intercept marks, so he's
down the other end.
Clutches. Anyway, the throw-in. Ball comes down here. Desperation now. Is the Falcon. Puts it forward, taken by Cross. Lockie Cross.
Daddy Mac will make you.
He's about 30 metres out from the goal, puts it up the line, finds Betting. So Betting just goes back, what's on offer, goes bang on that left, out towards half full flank. Connolly's the target. Well sport there, ball comes down, the Crummers are for the Dogs, puts it out forward, here's that.
Gotta go.
Dutno, the back ball comes down, but Dougal,
pinball.
Bounces through, gets it back to Cross, and Cross goes forward.
He does, that was great play. Out towards Archer Connolly, this way, that way.
Wow.
Amble on the right. This is great work by the Rams. Wimpress kicks the ball forward. Who's down there? Ground level ball now. Pike. Archer. Oh, yeah, whiz. Ball comes out. Great work by the Dogs. They're going to clear it here through Zach Jordan. 1-on-2 contest. High flyer.
I saw that coming.
Almost a...
He's cramped up too.
James Dutton there. Refuel. There are a few cramps going on here. They're coming on and off, aren't they, Tomo?
They are, but Ed's just come off for a quick rub. He's a bit tight through the quaddies. He's done a power of work.
Refuel wellness injury report.
Oh, we've got cramp. Yeah, it's coming off quickly.
Dutton coming off. He's been a live wire on his debut.
They're going to need the recovery kit after this.
Will Cameron's coming on the recruit now.
First game of the season. You expect tomorrow when the round's completed it'll be in warmer conditions, so there'll be a bit of cramp in there as well.
What I like about Adam Clun's recruiting is they're all young blokes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Yep.
Good crowd in the house.
They're the future of the club.
Get the culture right. Get the culture right with a good crop of this. Is good for 3-5 years.
Get senior games into it. So throw in. Jones wins it down, trying to crash his way through McDougall. Back in the Rams after a season at Langhorne Creek, he goes to ground. So just over 14 minutes ticked over, and it's still the Dogs leading 12-8-80. Nairne-Bremer 11-4-70.
I wonder if our man Hutto can get in the change rooms after this and get the song from both sides. Anyway,
Raving Tunno.
Yeah.
So Jones gets it down. Once again, trying to crash his way through was
I can sense Jaden wants
Ackerman.
to say something here. We'll get to him shortly. Oh no, no, not yet.
Zach Kuiper needs to be taking sheets back deeper and leaving himself a big open space to run into.
He's
Far too athletic for him.
McDougall over the top will give it to Llewellyn. Llewellyn swings on the right. Brings the ball inboard.
Drew.
Coming out was Drew.
Boing.
We're all worried about Brock not there. The attention was him, but behind Drew come charging out and in the end completed an uncontested chest mark. So, chance here, boys, for his 7th, I believe.
We're right behind it here, Tomo. Talk us through it.
Not quite, but he's a very good shot at goal. Very balanced. So let's just see him.
Sorry, he's number 6 he's lining up for.
I was going to say.
Our man Hutto's right behind it.
Yeah, Hutto's there. He's...
So pressure kick here.
Bit of a stutter.
Important kick and
he just
Drewy.
goes straight to the crowd. Off the boot, straight to the crowd straight away.
How good.
No if buts or candy nuts.
Another Adelaide Hills Lawn and Garden and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood memorable moment. Jamie Drew has kicked half a dozen. Jaden J. Hill unpacked some stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack.
What do you got, Bangers?
Well, he kicked 3 6-goal hauls last year, Jamie Drew, so knows how to kick a bag of 6, actually kicked a bag of 7 as well, against Onka Pringa Valley in round 16, if you don't mind. So
I don't mind that.
6 inside forward 50s for Nairn, 8 for Onka Pringa Valley.
If you're a defender, you're dead set wanting to kill that bloke. He is carving it up. No, not in a bad way. I'm just meaning if you're defending him.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, you just want to get a spoil, ride him into the ground, land on him. you want to do all the annoying things. You know what I mean?
Yes, there are a few boys. Anyway, kick inside 50. Can they get... Sheets Betting takes the mark against Cotter Mildy. It's 4-point ball game.
He got the better of him that time.
17-minute mark. 80-76 on the hard courts. Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker forward scoreboard. Zach Llewellyn, who's kicked 4. We've had a few bags today. Drew and Llewellyn have combined for 10. Kicks the ball out towards centre wing. Brock Knott, front position over the back. Archer Connolly.
Onka's need a reply here, boys. Fast.
Refuel Wellness injury report. Zach Llewellyn might be injured here. He's hobbling off the ground at the moment. Good pick-up, Jaden. Connor Mildy at the back of the bus.
How's that?
And it's a dog's down.
We've got a hamstring.
There's another injury player here.
Coil.
There's players going down left, right and centre here. Refuel Wellness.
They're dropping like flies.
So Mildy,
Is that cramp?
goals.
Is it cramp?
It was a quad. He held his quad when he went down.
There's the young man,
wow.
Jasper
Another
Marr.
corky maybe.
Okay. Meantime, Zach Llewellyn off the ground, Jaden. You picked that up?
Yeah, he was very ginger after that kick, and it was limping, quite frantically to the bench, to be honest.
So good response by the Dogs.
Ed's about to come back on. Ed Smart's about to come back on too, boys.
Dogs just restored that 10-point margin, 13-86, 12-4, 76, 17 and a half minutes gone.
The hand pass received, the rate's gone up through the roof, boys.
Here it comes out here. Koipo gathered there.
Tackle.
Oh, good pick up.
Wrap him up.
Disrespect.
Yep, holding the ball.
Line.
It's good
I
for
tell
you.
the Dogs
JJ, what do you got?
Jaden, you're onto something. You're hot as a...
Great team football, isn't it, by Onka's? Just, hunting your pack.
Sharing the ball as well as the hand pass receives. Go, Jeffrey.
So the Fridge Skinner puts it forward. Spot by Betting. Ball down in front. Stacks on the mill.
Jaden, go again. What are you noticing?
I was 28 kicks to 25, but just great team footy by Onka's, isn't it?
They're sharing the ball nicely, like you say. Hand pass receives, but also they're kicking to marks a lot more.
30 metre, 20, 25 metres out from Dogs' goal. You get the sense one more could really be a knockout blow potentially.
This could be it. It's Fernhead. Goal. Willie Fernhead.
No, he's missed that one. So a minor score there. So still a handy point. 11
The crowd's
points
involved,
the margin.
guys. The crowd's involved under the veranda.
Good crowd in the house.
We'll get Hutto to cross to the tension down at ground level in a sec.
Where is the wee man?
As Eckerman clears the ball out of the defensive 50, out towards the half-back flank, ground level ball, and it's gone out of bounds. Hutto at ground level. Let's have a look. What's going on?
What's going on with Hutto? Where is he?
Zach Llewellyn getting a bit of work done.
He's doing a good job, Hutto.
As you see, a few Dogs, and it's all happening. 19 minutes gone on the Harcourts Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker Ford scoreboard.
So not Adcock. Not gets the ball down, back forward. Comes back out around here. Taken by Will Spain. Carlos shows a bit of pace. Chicks it up nice. He picks out a teammate there. Tucked in. Sort of a man.
Oh, there's Tomo.
Tomo in action there. Prime time view, of course. Ball comes forward over the top. Betting with the fist down to Eckerman. He's taken strong and tackle by
Don't pay hold.
the Falcon.
I tell you what, if he paid that, they would have gone off.
The tackle was a little bit slingy as
Falcon
well.
was
down.
appealing to the umpire, but he said no. So umpire Evans balls it up.
Dangerous
Not
position.
takes the ball, gets out the back door to Waterman. Waterman in turn gives it to Eckerman. In turn gets it across. Lifts the eyes, puts it further forward.
Yep.
Finds a teammate there in McDougall.
Yep, he switches play out to Revington. Rams, can they go coast to coast? Great work there. Good contest, one-on-one contest.
That's clever.
Two young guns going at it.
That was really well. That was really well done to hold the ball in the area.
Adam Clun pushing Connor Mildy, and maybe he has to push up the ground, or is he coming off the ground? Coming off the ground.
Wild card on.
Connor Mildy coming off, and Jones, it's not unusual, coming back onto the ground. And in the meantime, clearing kick from Nick Yench into the forward line, half forward line, great pick up, this way, that way. Archer Connolly finds the male model in Lockie Cross.
More players need to fly into that
one step
defensive
kick
zone.
forward, both sides out on their legs here. Jamie Drew looking for number 7, and it's holding the footy. Thanks to...
Three Dogs. Let's say a dog pack there. Three of them made sure they couldn't get it through.
Thanks to Lancaster Property
If the Doggies
Services.
can get up here and kick a goal, boys, it's 20 minutes, nearly 21 minutes gone.
So Harry Giles, his first full A-grade season, played 4 A-grade games last year as a youngster. Puts the ball up. Oh, good fist there by Tanner. Brings the ball down, close to the line.
Hutto at ground level.
And you see expectation looking in the face of the man's coaching staff now.
Boys, just a sec. Onkas are sneakily playing a bit more defensive just at the moment. As much as they want to open up the middle of the ground, they're playing this boundary side a bit more than what you would think if you were trying to win a game. They might be just trying not to lose the game.
McDougall gives it out to Llewellyn back on the ground, puts it forward. Coming out there, big fly over top.
He's pushing
Holbrook.
Pushing all his players up here.
So 11-point ball game, so Rams needing 2 goals to put their nose in front. 22 minutes just about expired.
Tomo?
Nearly every aerial contest at the moment for Nairne has got 2 Onka's defenders in it. It's really interesting how they're now shuffling themselves back to make sure they're outnumbering.
Nairne need a goal from this situation. Can they get a soccer off the ground? They're applying enormous pressure. Nick Yetch holding the ball.
Oh.
Well, there you go. Lancaster's Property Services in the forward line. Defensive work there by Nick
Prince
Yetch.
here.
Wowee.
And this would be an AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood memorable moment if he can get them back within a goal with a few minutes left on the clock.
So, of course, 2023 Premiership
The
player.
Salem, the Prince of Salem.
You got it.
He loves it. Why not?
Well, Tomo, how's the tension down at ground level now? We're under a goal to difference.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the players right now, I go back to every time there's a goal and there's a situation like this, it's like, let's go centre clearance. All right, Onkas need to get it in and get it in fast.
Well, let's get Hutto at ground level. Just the tension at ground level shortly. See what it's like
looking
here.
in there?
Hutto at ground level. Just for the tension here as both interchange benches. Well,
They're not doing a lot. Connor's frothing to get back on the field, as is the Falcon.
A few people there watching the live stream on their phones, which is great.
So Benny, 13-9 to 13-4. Next goal, ever so important here.
All right, back in the middle. Let's see what happens. Clearance king. Who's going to win out here? This could be a defining moment in this round 1 contest, which will go on for the rest of the season. Set of rules, team up, winning this game. Ball spills out. Rams, we know what they're capable of. Oh, that's a good tackle.
That's not holding the footy.
But at least he's held it up there.
Yeah, great low tackle though.
How many minutes left, you reckon? Only 2 minutes, you
2
reckon?
to 3, maybe.
Yeah, there's only been a
25.
couple goals.
Yep.
Are they holding the board yet with 2 on the clock, maybe?
5 goals scored
No.
in the
No,
quarter
none of
so
that
far.
stuff?
No, you got to try win from here.
Righto.
Both teams need to score a goal. That's the only way you put this thing to bed.
So ball up, Knott, Jones. They'll draw that one. Knott tries to barge his way through, but once again a dog pack.
You've got the timekeeper right next to you, don't you, Tomo?
Yeah, I'm not talking to him though.
Okay.
Kurt Waterman just lingering. He's here on Ed Smart.
So another ruck duel. Jones gets his hands to it, knocked forward by
Jamie
Hill.
Drew.
Here's Drew trying to
is-
play the ball forward. Taken by
Good
McDougall this way, that way.
Just
Gets
keep
it out here back
coming.
to Hill.
That's holding the
Just
footy.
a
Huge. Edward Smart.
Will
Edward
Ferner takes the
Smart.
ball, puts it out wide.
Ed Smart's our man, JJ.
Getting back there to experience the deck, and he'll realise time now could be the enemy, so he quickly plays on. Low raking pass up
Oh,
forward.
you've got to go.
Oh, finds second, third grab.
Back
taken
on the
by
ground, Llewellyn.
Llewellyn.
Okay,
Oh, he's paying 50. You
Oh!
umpire did not make that clear.
Llewellyn quickly
he's
goes
played
towards
on.
goals.
He's played on.
Top of the square, off hands. Trying to get involved, lurking there is Coleman. Also Rupchik.
Special comments, Matt Thomas.
Oh, I can't believe he didn't allow take the 50 as far as he can, then have a shot. He played on.
Robbie Wild throws the ball up deep inside, attacking 50 for the dog.
don't
Up
tap
for
it
the
there, you
Ram.
don't
Damon
tap it
Hill.
there.
Oh, Adam Clun is just on edge here at ground level. Into the
Connolly, that's a great mark under pressure.
Ruck work 101. Do not tap
Yeah.
backwards into the attacking zone.
Yeah, exactly. Experienced ruckman like Jones, but
Wow-wee. How long's left?
at the moment,
He's only
the
young.
moment is with this young man, Archer Connolly.
I want to talk to Connie after this.
This to put Nairne in front
by a point,
in the dying moments. That's round 1 Friday night live clash.
Jaden's got something
on
shortly.
Call of the Wild. We'll just stay with Connolly
to potentially win the match.
Got a little.
Hasn't
got
kicked
a
the
young
goal
little
today.
superstar.
The left foot.
Got it.
He's mixed emotions.
Bruce Marston.
The umpire,
25 and a
Bruce
half
Marston. Connolly has potentially stolen the win.
They
in the
just
Dogs.
keep coming, don't they?
Be 26 and a half minutes by the time the ball gets thrown up again, boys. I reckon there's only a minute left, if that.
1 point the margin. Jaden J. Hill. Let's unpack some stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack.
I was just going to say there was about 4 or 5 blokes, Onka's blokes, that went to the goal umpire then, and they weren't sure about that one. But anyway, it's a goal, 37 to 31 in the kicks department in favour of Nairne as well. Inside 50s, 14 to 9 in favour of Onkas.
Harcourt's Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker Ford scoreboard. 1 point the margin. Nairne back in front.
But we'd have close to 1,000 people here, I reckon, at this game today, boys.
26 for one
globally
game.
would have a worldwide audience of millions, Tomo, and what a great game to open the Call of the Wild season.
I'm sure Trent Shawlan's watching in the US while he's watching the Masters. All right, Dogs need a clearance.
Dived on it.
That's holding the
Dived
ball.
on it. Dived on it.
He's paid it. All right, here we
Forward
go.
entry.
Dogs need to go long and strong through Edward Smart.
Man, full.
Here we go. This is your moment.
Hanger.
Jake Adcock.
Oh, he nearly
Ground
blocked
level
the
ball. Need a clearance. They're calling for a hot ball cleared. Pistols. Damon Hill.
Here it is!
The Rams have won.
Last gasp win by the Rams in what's been a fantastic game to open the 2025 Hills Football League Division 1 season under lights here. Final score, Nairne-Bremer 14-4-88 have defeated a very gallant, much improved Onka Valley Bulldog side 13-9-87. So as I said, a fantastic game of football to kick off the 2025 Call of the Wild live stream campaign here in the Hills Football League. Don't go anywhere, we'll have all the post-match presentations, including Snag of the Day or Snag of the Night, and of course our most effective player with the showcase with Jaden J. Hill and Matty Thomas. But great game of footy to both sides. Onka Valley looked down and out even at quarter time, 2 points to 4 goals. They fought their way back and actually led at 3/4 time by the 9-point margin, but in the thrilling last quarter, 4 goals to 2 by Nairn has seen them take the chocolates. Matty Thomas. Thoughts, just quickly.
Great game of footy. Had everything, didn't it? Bit of excitement. I'm disappointed for Onkas, but I think Nairn really did grind that out, and they took the chance when they could. You know, that last goal was probably a bit of a heartbreaker. But geez, that's a strong game of footy. There will be sore tomorrow.
Well, I'll tell you what, Clunny, of course, will be disappointed. Adam Clum in his first game as coach, but I'll tell you what, he can take a lot from this game. The fact that they were down 22 points, at their quarter time, but the way they fought their way back. And they're striving, let's face it, Nairn have played in the last 2 grand finals, won one of them. And Onka Valley World have been up and down their graph in the last few years, so they're striving to be along the pace setters. I tell you what, if they can only build on what we saw tonight, Matthew, they're certainly on the right step.
There was a lot to like tonight. You make a really good point there. Clunny would be. I really feel for both. I really feel for Onkas right now because I reckon they're throwing the kitchen sink, but I think Nairn are going to be really good towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
I reckon they are going to be really good towards the end of the year.
So scores have been confirmed at a 1-point margin, 14-4. Pretty accurate kicking for the Rams. They've defeated Onka Valley 13-9-87 without.
That's good. So back here on ground level here. Well, what a game of footy, that's for sure. So firstly, Lowe's snag of the day to Zach Llewellyn. Congratulations, Zach. First quarter snag, just quickly take us through it.
Probably just found a bit of space down that back pocket, forward pocket. I tried to get around that bloke and thought, stuff it, I'm going to chuck it in the boot and snapped it in, so went all right, yeah.
Congrats, mate. Well done. Great stuff. Obviously 4 today, so well done to you. So, and most effective player also receives a recovered.
That was well said.
So, recovered travel set pack. Thanks, Call Wild sponsor Refuel Wellness. Drew, congratulations. Yes. And also, thanks to 89 Steps. Get a 6-pack of the Call the Wild Lager as well. So here you go. So, Drewy 6 today. You scored three 6-goal hauls last year as well. So you like kicking the bag. Percy, take.
I just think that a great team effort first and foremost. The boys came out. We had to battle. We didn't think from last year, Onka's perform and how we did them last time we came against them that they would come and fight like that. So credit to those boys as well. But I was just lucky to get on the again. We've had a massive pre-season as the lads. We've got all the boys together as a unit. We've bought in, and we're just playing well together and not having to get on the end of it. It's really good.
Good stuff as well. And take us through some of the goal celebrations, especially in the first quarter as well, right in front of us there as well. And yeah, you absolutely loved it, mate.
Yeah, I was pretty happy. I seem to kick a few goals around this oval, so. I always love feeling off into the pocket over there and letting the boys know. I've kicked a few today, so normally in a prelim that we played here, I've kicked a few, and it's been our supporters, but yeah, today it was Onka's boys under the shed there, and they didn't quite like it too much. So.
Well, yeah, 1 point in the margin. Let's take us through the final moments when you're down and having to come back and really fight for that victory there.
I just think the boys did really well. We rallied the troops really hard, especially our midfield. They battled all day. It took a lot for us. We had a few rotations, a few boys changing, a few other boys stepping up. You know, I did my part, and Zachy Llewellyn, he came out of nowhere, and then Archer. You know, might have been a bit of a quiet one for him, but you know, kicked the goal in the last 30 seconds. It's just what we need. You know, we're a team, we're a good unit, and yeah, we're going to buy them this year.
And so what was the message at three-quarter time? Obviously by Clint Foster as well. And yeah, what was the message there? Because obviously you were up 4 goals to nothing in the first quarter, and then Onka's got themselves back in the game as well. So yeah, what was the feeling like?
I think the message was it's all or nothing now. That first goal was really important. If we let them get on top of us, that might have been too big to beat that 5 point at the end there. So Clint rallied the boys up nicely.
Well, congratulations, Drew. Really appreciate your time. Well done. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks, mate. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Back to you guys. James, player.
Thank you very much here to Jaden J. Hill doing the post-match presentations, and we must apologise for a bit of audio technical difficulties there. Listen to our radio mic, but fitting recipients. Jamie Drew was the second with 6 goals, and also most effective, and also Zach Llewellyn.
Who else did you have? Pistols? Who else did you have? As good players for Nairne, good players for Onkas?
Well, actually, I thought Kurt Waterman played a pretty steady game all night across the defence. Just looking through the list, obviously Dewey was pretty good. Llewellyn, Wilfred splashed in and out of the game. Lockie Cross had his moments. Damon Hill did his usual Damon Hill type of stuff, getting the ball. For Onkas, I thought the newcomers did pretty well. Will Cameron was under notice. The young man James Dutton was very good. The Falcon, Azina, Green, the young man Marr. Eddie Smart, as you said, he's experienced, old head, young shot. But I really think, obviously Cummins tried a few good players. I think a lot of good things. As we said, they didn't get the chocolates. Each last year's grand finals took fares at margins. Pretty good size on the dog. So, didn't get 2 points, but a lot to work on.
Yeah, a lot to work on. I think what he'll take out of the game is that first quarter. Yes. If you take away that first quarter, he's got a neck in that game. If that first quarter was an even first quarter, they've got a 3-goal win. You know what I mean? Yes. So to have battled as hard as they did to come back into the game, right, tick that box. They've got some character. They've got some, depth in there. Being able to move players around, because they did have to shuffle things around. So I think there's a lot of positives to take out of it. You're not going, you're round 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of improvement in that side. You look at what I saw last year a number of times. I'm the clubs I think's made the right call getting Clunny in, and I think they've done some great recruiting. But I say that about Onkas, but you swing straight back to the winners. Like, give them some cred. They really hustled that out tonight. Really hustled it out. J Bangers, you want to say something?
I know, it's interesting. Inside forward 50s in the last quarter, 14-9 in favour of Onkas. So, Nairne sort of made the most opportunities late there, and just kept fighting like Drury said, and even though, they had an early lead. So, there you go.
Well, between quarter time and 3/4 time break, after that jump, as you said, Matt, 4 goals to nothing at quarter time. The Dogs kicked 11 goals to 6. So, as you said, Nairne, they just showed the quality side that they are to actually withstand that and then come back in the last quarter. And when the whips were really cracking and then they need to stand up, they kicked 4 goals to 2 in their final turn to take the chocolates.
Yeah, credit to them.
Yeah. All right, as you said, sorry, Jaden.
I was going to say, it now makes it Nairne have won 5 in a row against Onka Valley now. So there you go. And, Onkas hadn't beaten Nairne here in 1,413 days, so they have to keep waiting a little bit, unfortunately, for the Dogs. But great effort by them, and so well done to Nairne though.
All right, as I said in the Call in the Wild, our live stream game, trust you enjoyed a Friday night special to open the season. Now, the season will be completed tomorrow, boys. So we'll just get to get thoughts on the game. We'll just go through your over districts now, Park.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be an interesting game. Obviously, Adam Sean and Jimmy Richards, first game for the Northern Demons as well, and James Dawson as well for Mount Barker, so it's going to be an absolute cracker, I think.
And also Cooper Matchin, the Macho Man, he's lining up from Strathalbyn, so he's, of course, Coach Daniel Lackenby, who's the newly appointed interleague coach.
Get out, Lackers.
Will be looking to start off the new season with a win. They beat them by 61 points at the last meeting.
Yeah,
Can you see that happening again?
That. I cannot see that happening again. I cannot see that happening. But I'm not saying that to be cheeky or rude about either side. I honestly think that Uraida are going to be much more improved through midfield and forward line, and for me, that's where they just needed a bit more last year. The excitement machine, Jimmy Richards, he's what I think Jamie Drew is to Nairne. He'll be for Uraida quite simply.
I was just about to say, Tomo, great minds speak alike. I think can't wait to the Nairne-Uraida game. You have excitement machines at both ends of the ground.
We've got to pre-book the van in for that one, don't we? But go back to Mount Barker. Mount Barker will be improved as well, and their running carry is going to be really, really exciting to watch. Big key position players. I mean, they've kept Big Heine. I mean, I think Heine comes in might be early in the season or what have you. That'll be a hammer and tong. So it'll be absolutely fantastic.
Out at the Valley of Praise, just down the road from here, at Loberthal and Mount Lofty.
I would say Lobie in a tight one. Very interested to see the match. I would really look forward to seeing whatever we can get vision-wise or anything on that, because it's going to be a really interesting game. So you got Lobie, Lofty, Blackwood, Harndorf.
Yeah, Harndorf, Blackwood was the next game we're going to discuss.
I jumped the gun. Sorry about that. JJ, give him some love.
Yeah, obviously Mount Lofty and Lobe. I think when we went there, Pistols last year, Mount Lofty did a number on Loberthal. So I think at Valley of Praise. So Loberthal looking for revenge there as well.
Valley of Praise, I like
it. It's going to be. I reckon that's going to be a nail biter as well. Every game this week's going to be a nail biter.
We're talking about a side that made the preliminary final against a side that really struggled a bit last year. It'll be interesting to see how much the Tigers have improved. But as you said, out the Valley of Praise, and of course they haven't got their star recruit this week. But so I think Lofty'd have to go in favourites for that.
Fair call.
And the other game, Tomo, amazingly, is Harndorf playing one of your old boys, Blackwood.
Yep, they'd be great.
The Hanby Cup.
The Hanby Cup, yeah, kids. That'll be a good game of footy. There's going to be. Blackwood are improved a lot, and I'm going to be really excited to see those guys play. A lot of good players have gone back to the club as well, which have been past juniors. Really excited for what the big BFC have got to look forward to this year. Handles is a fantastic coach. He's mate.
2013 round 10, last win. You were playing.
Oh yeah, Dave Benson. I got a funny story on that sometime.
We'll bring that up.
We've got to bring that up sometime. Maybe not tonight, but Benno was coaching back then, and he celebrated like he was an 18-year-old that night. I'll tell you.
All right, we've got to thank some key sponsors here tonight. Of course, Courts Adelaide Hills. Shout out to Plugger, who's at the Masters. Mount Barker Ford, Aaron Rush and the team. Print, Wrap and Pack. Are you happy with that, Jaden?
Yes,
the stats
definitely.
that matter. Unpacking the stats.
Yes,
Thanks to
love
Print, Wrap and Pack.
Love it.
Lowe's Meat Co. Snag of the Day winner was Zach Llewellyn. Lancaster's Property Services. Plenty of defensive work today, Matty Thomas.
Golden Fist.
The Courier. Adelaide Hills Lawn and Garden and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. Plenty of memorable moments thanks to them. Jared Tate and Luke Timmins and the team. And of course Jamie Drew, who works for AHLG. Refuel Wellness with the most effective player and plenty of injury reports at the end there. And painted wine barrels and signs thanks to Stokesy. We've put up the signs around the ground. HFL sponsors Hardcourts Adelaide Hills, Mount Barker Ford, Print, Wrap and Pack. Lowe's Meat Co, iSports Coaching Technology, Sports Power, The Courier, Think Road Safety, Closey Supermarket. Onka sponsors, well, they're certainly improved this season, ready for a big campaign, just couldn't quite get over the line today. Closey Supermarket, Oakbank Hotel, Resource Co, Adcock Real Estate, Bird in Hand and Act Hire, and for Nairne, they'll be up and about. Cube Logistics, Salute, Closey Supermarket and Snap Fitness, Aston Hills. Tell you what, that is a big night.
Fantastic, and what a big night it was here to kick off the season. I think Friday night football got a bill
back, baby.
2 years ago. Prime time. So Onkas, we've got to say well done to them.
And we will be back in a fortnight
We
for
will.
Anzac Day football live from Mount Barker.
Looking forward to it. I haven't called an Anzac game.
Cracker.
Haven't
Pack your thermals, gentlemen.
Yeah, is that a night match as well? Or that's a twilight.
Afternoon game, twilight. So Mount Barker and Harndorf in their usual Anzac Day festive game, so it'll be fantastic. So on behalf of the Call to Wild, we've got to say thank you very much to the Samurai, of course.
Put the camera on the Samurai.
Samurai,
Hello,
the cinema of the Samurai.
Is Tommy?
Our producer,
Come on, Tommy,
Tommy,
turn yourself on.
Turn yourself on.
Turn yourself on. That's just terrible.
And also we're going to thank, and also we're going to thank Hutto and also James for the wonderful pictures. So wonderful vision. I think the sideline roving cameras.
Thanks to Travis Lynn.
Another dimension.
On you, Lenny.
Another dimension to our coverage, which we
Second camera, love it.
Unpack the stats to J
As
Bangers.
Goldie said,
not unwrapping J
we'll have
Bangers.
next week off. You've got Easter, so have a happy and safe Easter. We'll talk to you again on the Friday Anzac Day
that's
game
it.
at Howard Lane. So on behalf of Ben
Tomo,
Goldfinch, the crew, Jaden J. Hill, Matt Thomas, Cast of Thousands here, Jeff Pistola signing off until we talk again. Keep chasing your goals.
All right.
Bye for now from the Call of the Wild. Thanks for watching.
Here's our sponsors. Make sure you...
Hi, it's John here from Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. We have all your landscaping supplies. We have our premium firewood from our red gums to our blue gum to our mallee root. Come down and see us. We're just behind Littlehampton Clay Bricks and Pavers.
I'm Tate and I'm from AHLG. AHLG is all about making life better, one outdoor space at a time. From landscape design to high-end landscape construction and all your lawn and garden maintenance needs. We're based in the Adelaide Hills and we've got you covered.
Mount Barker Ford is located just Totnes here on Mount Barker Road. We're owned by a gentleman by the name of Peter Thomas, who his veins are rich with football and rich with community, and he's always been based around the idea that everything you do in business should be based around how you can support the community. At the end of the day, I don't expect people to always come and see us, but ultimately we're a business who thrive in supporting the community, and from our perspective we look forward to the community supporting us, and it doesn't matter whether it be the Call of the Wild, the HFL. We're involved in a lot of other community events throughout the hills, and that's why I like being involved with sport, because I think that brings everyone together at different times and different requirements.
Mark Stokes here from Painted Wine Barrels and Signs. Find me on Facebook and Instagram for all your wine barrels, drums, corflute signs, signage needs. Give us get in contact.
Tune in and buckle up. Now it's time to back your side. Lose or draw, it's that time for the Hills Footy Ride.
I'm Trent Shawland, Principal of Harcourt's Adelaide Hills. So I've been running the business now for 25 years. We obviously specialise in residential sales and rural sales, property management, and we do some commercial work as well. It's a family owned and family run business. Both my children, Harry and Georgia, and my wife Kim are in the business as well. Long-standing business that we're very, very proud of. For Kim and I, it's been all about what we can put back into the community as well. So the sport and local events have been something we've really focused heavily on to make sure that we are putting back into our local Adelaide Hills community. We've got two offices. One's in Mount Barker, 58 Gawler Street, and the second one here at Stirling is 8 to 12 Mount Barker Road, Stirling.
So tune in and buckle up. Now it's time to back your side. Lose or draw, snap time for the Hills Footy Ride.
3,